I can not want someone to die and also be like, yeah, they're probably capping. So, I'm gonna disagree on that being a straight up lie.
I mean, Aurora did hire us, I think, right? We could just,
Yes.
They could just ask her.
Make our lawyer our character witness.
I mean, she
Yeah.
did hire us to get the name back, so we're in the process of doing that. Though I don't know if that wants to be said in court.
The question of if the other Fey Courts also know if the Queen lost her name by now.
They don't.
That would be pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, and if that gets out, we have an issue.
But would that mean that they're gonna, well, there's a chance that they may help us get the name back? I'm not sure.
I direct you to look at the Winter
Your
Court
lawyer
Trust
recommended-
because
Your lawyer recommended that you select a magic specialist as one of your witnesses.
Then I guess Katarina is probably our best case there.
Even if she is a little racist. I don't know where this racist idea. She just didn't get along with them.
She just doesn't like gnomes.
Along with Faye.
Oh, right.
But like they don't have to come physically. They can send a simulacrum and not have to worry about that entirely. They're not like racist. They're not gonna like, blow up the fucking court because they hate Faye. They like Faye pretty closely to how much Imric likes Faye.
Which is like, they're probably full of shit, but I'm not going to murder them for it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure a majority of witnesses that you might bring would, If that's also a problem, the White Necromancer is also a choice as a magic specialist.
I feel like Katarina might be a bit more positive than the White Necromancer at the moment. Just a hunch.
I mean, I told you, the White Necromancer would stay completely unbiased. They're neutral. If you look at the charts, they're neutral towards you guys. They aren't.
Katarina is positive.
correction, the simulacrum of Katarina is positive.
That's true.
Are you gonna snitch that you had the wrench? Probably.
Well, that wrench doesn't factor at all to this case.
But it's us making look like good people, right?
Well, actually, it would be involving me with more of the steeled gods, which isn't a good thing to be associated.
Goddamn.
So we got Diff, Katarina, and who else?
We have Jordan who saw. Actually, we're not trying to reveal that the Queen's name got stolen.
Sure. Jordan didn't see. That's what Axel said.
Yeah, he got attacked by he had everyone get murdered by the fucking envoys, and then he sat at the top of the stairs, told you where they went, and then you guys just came out. You didn't even come out, actually. You might have died in his eyes. Because when you went down there, and then you went to the ethereal plane, and then left. So from his perspective, you guys went down there and never came back, and there's no trace of you.
Mm-hmm, yeah, that's bro's definitely more scarred than he already is. Bro really thinks he sent people to their deaths. That's crazy.
And then you guys show up. Hey, we need you to appear in
court. Witness. Bro's like, huh? You were alive?
So Thifnora, Katarina, and then is that Glocked? Oh my god, it's Glocked. So Thifnora, Katarina, and then what's it called? Which one of you do you want to go up?
I mean, I was there.
I guess Emmeric's a good third witness.
Okay.
Like,
So,
I literally am the dude who was there.
in terms of, what's it called? In terms of evidence, the evidence you have so far that, your lawyer collected, they collected a piece of the corpse of Oberon as proof. Of something, you don't know what, they just thought it would be good for the case.
Mhm.
But do you guys have any other ideas of what might be good, you know,
Evidence.
pieces of proof?
I have a really dumb idea. A very dumb idea.
Well, no, we could just go to our great Google engine as proof. And just say,
Technically, Serenchi is a character witness.
yes, if you bring
No,
Serenchi, I feel
yeah,
like
We
that's
are
shit,
not
good.
putting that.
He's no
We are
longer
not
with us.
putting a wrench on the.
Doesn't that wrench also always fucking
You
lie?
have to find.
Yeah.
the-
Oh my god, imagine.
He says, "Oh yeah, these people didn't do it."
Yeah, but he is in Zone of Truth, so.
Yeah,
Unless he's immune to Zone of Truth because he technically counts as an object. And it specifies creatures.
God won't be answering that question if he counts as an object or not.
That's crazy.
So yeah, that's.
Hey Axel, could you just clarify on whether or not this thing is an object or not?
It's an object when I want it to be an object.
Axel says it's whatever the fuck I say it is.
So if we put Chauncey into the zone of...
What the fuck?
If we put the trans man to the zone of truth, does he count as a person?
Oh, that's crazy.
I think that's not how it works. Because you're animals. So, creatures still count.
Okay, but like...
if you put a monkey in a fireball, it would still blow up. But objects are, makes
The same goes. But that also same if you put a monkey in. Goddamn.
Damn.
monkey see, monkey do, huh?
Okay, but Sean...
Feeling more bananas, huh?
Jesus Christ.
Bro, Josh, this is why I believe your race shouldn't make it to the front of agent.
You only have to choose one other piece of evidence other than the one you already have.
Okay, what's another piece though?
Body of Oberon and. The.
Let me open D&D Beyond actually.
I'm blanking, guys.
Yes, Sam, I gotta prove how we aren't a threat. Well, we could probably bring a greater threat, but that's not
That's
a great
crazy.
idea.
Brett wants to start war in his own kingdom. What?
It's not even starting war. I'm saying we're bringing attention to a greater threat.
We could.
But that's not a good idea considering to be like, oh yeah, how do you happen to know this greater threat?
How do you happen to know this?
How do you plead?
I call myself innocent anyway.
Guilty.
Oh yeah, in terms of witnesses, I also forgot. You also had that, Imric, there's also that one guard that you talked to, that you asked to, let you into the throne room. The one that you gave your name to accidentally, and I retconned it because you were already in such a stressful situation, and that was kind of the last thing you needed.
We should have retconned it.
Holy
I'm
retcon.
pretty sure. Didn't he look at me hatefully the last time I saw him?
You didn't really see him again.
I'm 90% sure the next time I saw a guard, they were looking at me like they wanted to punch me in the throat.
I mean, reasonably so. People think you're not like you didn't directly commit, but you were definitely involved in regicide.
A lot of feelings the Fae have towards you at the current moment are pretty justified.
Honestly, I'm just trying to stall you guys so I can write the opening statement for your defense. See, I should have wrote it, but then I took a nap, and then I was like, oh, I should eat something. And then I was like, oh my god, it's 5:50.
I got home, opened up Roblox. I was like, yeah, I don't think session's happening because Axel's not online right now. I see him on Souls RNG. I'm like, okay, that nigga left that shit on AFK in the background.
Doesn't you, don't you always do that, Axel?
I do.
That's why I said he left it on AFK.
Yeah, if I'm on Souls RNG, either I'm like watching YouTube or I'm taking a nap. Usually watching YouTube on the verge of taking a nap. So like a combination of the two.
Second piece of evidence. Um, we don't have that much evidence, do we?
Yeah. It's just evidence against.
What makes you sound like heroes or good guys? Are you guys heroes and good guys?
Well, let's see. What's
Well,
our
I didn't
evidence?
complete it. I didn't complete that tab. You see, here's the thing, right? There was
Done a lot.
not even that. See, Ben made a promise to a person that he'd, give something back to their family. I haven't done that yet. So, that's a bit of an issue.
Like, we haven't actually been able
Also,
to,
I
like,
killed that
Well,
person,
they have spells that can confirm the history of an item and stuff like that.
Well, I haven't done it yet, though. That's the issue.
Let me look at my.
Unless if God wants to retcon that and say I did, I don't really give a fuck one or another.
We did not.
Wait, what? Sorry, what was this promise you made?
Okay, so remember that fight with assassins we had with that accursed monk.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Remember when I'm pretty sure we revived, not revivified, but what the fuck is that one? Speak with it or some shit.
Yeah.
We were okay, yeah, and they said, okay, bet, I'll give it back. I'll give this back to your family. I haven't done that yet.
And then didn't you say behind his back that you're gonna replace their family?
Correction. I said I was going to. I was like, no, that's really evil, in the background of my head. Because Brett did say, I did promise that I would give it back to his family, so I'll do that. But I also didn't do it while we were in Kushara, was it? No, it wasn't Kushara. Let me check.
It was Kushara, it was.
It was Kushara? Alright.
Where was his family, Chira?
I love Monster Hunter.
His family was in Kirin.
Kirin.
So many fucking countries. It's only 5, I know.
There's like 5.
Ow!
Half of them haven't even been in the campaign since session 5.
We haven't been to Wagila, and we haven't been to Chira.
Yeah, you haven't been to Jira, you haven't been to. It's literally it's been Jira, it's been Kushara and Kirin for the past 20 sessions.
Well,
And then the Feywilds as well, and then the Shadowfell. But there's no countries there. It's honestly, I wasn't even expecting people to go to the Shadowfell.
Galaxy compass.
Yeah, you just use the Galaxy compass to escape Goku.
God, okay, we escaped. Not even Goku. I don't even know if that's the best way to describe him. You escape the God Slayer, basically. Someone who's probably gonna try and kill God at some point. At some point, it's crazy to me.
He's the Dark Souls. Yeah, he's the Dark Souls main character, basically.
He's really about to say, "Let me solo him." Run up on God with the sword.
Just roll.
Yeah.
He might roll through God's attack, bro.
You guys not want to choose another piece of evidence, then?
Well, I can't think of another piece of evidence.
I can't think of another piece of evidence.
Do we have evidence?
What about both?
Actually,
the problem is that I don't think Cheese is that good of a person. But I was about to say you can choose Cheese's Warlock focus and the Fiend inside it.
Do we really want to trust a Fiend?
I don't know.
That I have not ever spoken to in.
You actually have.
I have. When
Everyone has.
One of us spoken to was Bacon.
When?
I don't know.
Like, you mean everyone in the
man.
party currently?
Nate, I think we gotta kill you now.
Did
Conspiracy
we
with
talk-
demons.
Did we talk to the patron during the seas?
No, you didn't. You didn't really talk to much during the seas. What, you think? You think the patron's big guy?
I think he was going for
He
like
was
maybe the
big guy.
patron was the person who woke us up, or
Who was
no.
the big guy?
No,
Wait,
one of the
Stars of
princesses were.
Oblivion.
I'll continue further on that another time. But
Wait,
there's a lot of obscure choices for evidence, so I'll just have the lawyer pick something.
Well, can we just, like, bring the intelligence being... Actually, no, it's a fucking computer that's stationed in one area.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, it
Unless
knows
you wanna-
everything, so it can quite literally tell them that we don't plan on destroying the Feywild.
Well, it's not all knowing.
It's...
It's a computer. So it's like you have what's within the internet basically, but it doesn't know your personal affairs.
Chat GDP.
It knows...
I guilty.
It knows we aren't a threat.
Yeah, it's like,
What's like...
Amanda. Who the fuck is Amanda?
Amandy's not.
But it wouldn't know bread, right? Because it technically... Well, I don't think it shows me.
It knows about you. It doesn't know everything about your past or anything. It doesn't even know your real name.
Good.
Perfect.
Or I think maybe it does, but I don't remember
Unlucky.
what I made you put for the login information. I think you put your name, but I don't remember.
I know we did like Colonel something.
It doesn't matter enough.
Okay.
It knows everything about the past. Not as much about the future. It knows a little bit about the future. And like the present. So man, I can't believe I have to. Alright. I need to think about like the prosecution and everything. I need some water. So do you guys want to do anything before the court date? It is like tomorrow. Oh yeah, you have to get your witnesses.
Yeah, can we like just go out and travel to get them?
Yeah. So
At least contact them all.
You left Fifth in that one black steel hideout.
I'm pretty sure we left her at the Feywilds because we brought her to the Queen. Then the Queen touched her fingers against her forehead. They found that she didn't have the name, and they just left her to be.
I would like to say this could get them killed though, because they actually did steal a name.
They were involved in taking a name, yes.
You would also technically be considered as obstructing the process of getting said name back, but here you are not dead, so.
I love
But they no longer
justice.
have the name, and they have already died, so...
Yeah, because it was on someone. I mean Mug Imric mentally.
Down. Turn. It's round one.
Okay. How do you contact or find Katarina?
Wasn't she like last seen in the
She's been last seen literally everywhere.
Yeah, she clones herself.
I thought she said that we call her if we see the envoys. Oh, we don't have sending. Fuck.
That's legend lore.
You guys have sending?
I'm starting to regret not
We asked
changing up the names of my spells.
to call up. Can we get a free phone call? Please. Clearly they want something.
They can, but they don't.
They don't want to.
No, who knows Katarina? It was gonna be Titania, but Titania's all the way in the summer court. You guys are in the spring court right now.
Yeah.
Jeez. Titania's busy, like fighting off eldritch threats without also being present anywhere, because if they are, then it's game over. But
They are casting spells from their bedroom.
Basically, that's what they kind of have to try and do. Because if they're spotted by any of the envoys, then it's like,
You have her name, it's game over. It's like, listen to me now, bitch.
When I catch you, oh no.
When I catch you, Titania, when I catch you, Titania.
Who knows? Let me see. Maybe they don't have to have met the person. Which you are familiar.
How great of a description is required to make something familiar?
Sarisa could probably do it. So, how about we like, get into character and everything. So you guys go up to Sarisa, and you kind of, you mentioned that Sarisa, Damil, and Aurora are all standing there thinking about like what you could use as evidence and stuff like that. You guys come up with the idea that Katarina would be a valuable witness. So the only problem, though, is you don't really know how to contact them. And you don't have enough time to find them. You could probably easily find them, but you don't, it would take a couple days or so to try and find one of the clones. So, you ask if anyone here has been, like, familiar with them. Sarisa kind of raises their hand. I believe I met them a long time ago. I have very faint memories of them. I remember that they used to share tea with my parents a while back, but they haven't visited in quite some time. I could see if I could draw from that memory and see if I could, cast something to them.
You said they were racist.
I didn't say they were. What are you fucking? Okay, whatever.
Well, it was mostly Thomas that said that they were racist first and foremost.
Yeah,
I don't know where the term.
I remember one of the clones being racist, and I thought it was to Fey.
All the clones have first of all the clones have different personalities. Some are just mean, others are like a lot nicer, and then Katarina is just grumpy all the time. The main Katarina, they're like all serious all the time. So if you see a Katarina that is a little more aggressive than usual, or like, not aggressive or like not serious, then it's probably a clone.
They don't have RBF. That's probably not the real Katarina.
I think you were just talking to one of the mean clones, and they said when the subject of Fey came up, they were like, "I fucking hate the Fey." One thing I do remember mentioning is that they shared tea with the Fey once. So yeah, Sarisa calls up Katarina. You don't hear this, the conversation, but they send the 25. They send the 25 letters. Let's see. What do you?
4 dipshits. Wait, no. How many people are in this party total?
6. I think.
Dipshits say they know.
But only 4 of us are here right now.
6 idiots.
I thought it was 6 because Josh does the fucking.
You hear them like count on their fingers. You hear them count on their fingers. They say like 6 idiots need at court, and then they're like, "All right, I sent the spell." Now we can just hope that they listen. Anyway, so for your other witness, do you have anything in mind?
Yes, a woman by the name of Thif Nora.
Thif Nora, okay. Where do you think we can find this Thif Nora?
She is either still within the Feywilds, or she is within. Let me check geography, because damn well Chauncey doesn't remember Fucking
Here,
countries.
it's not.
Okay.
I believe it's not hard. I don't. Is it hard, guys?
It's not even that it's hard. It's just because we don't. We're like saying like 2 countries mainly. Like, but yeah, she should be located within Kieran.
I'm gonna say that they're in Kieran at that Black Steel hideout you saw. So, do you want to teleport there? That seems like a dangerous place to just teleport into.
Yeah, that is frankly the truth. We were able to enter before, if I could just use another face from prior. Then again, that man is known to be dead, so that's a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't know about like meta elite. Because you use them
I
at
could always
defense,
just I could just disguise myself. It's not hard to do as a whole.
Yeah, you remember a face or 2 from there if you want to do that.
Yeah.
But then but those people are alive and were seen at that hideout, so you're taking
that's the issue.
a duplicate.
No, not even copying their face, just like literally taking any face that looks, that's a Black Steel member would wear normally, Then again, because it's not like every Black Steel member is not every other Black Steel member. Unless if that is the case, I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah, so do I at least know how big the organization is as a whole?
Organization's massive, but hideout by hideout, you don't know.
I could always just say I came in from another branch.
Yeah, you have a lot of options. Emmerich crazy at stealth. Zoom's pretty good at stealth, I believe.
go invisible, but
He's is technically literally part of Black Steel.
They were also kicked out.
they got kicked out.
Kind of.
Straight excommunicated.
They still have the badge and stuff though, or the patch or whatever.
They get told this is an outdated patch. We haven't used this for 5 years. Shit.
Well,
They're from a different branch though.
I haven't gotten around to that yet.
They're from the branch in Great Anja, so a lot of the people here would be like, okay. It'd be more weird than like that someone from Great Anja is all the way in Kushara. Then it would be to have a patch that looks different.
Yeah. Alright, then we might as well just not like walk in, but like use cheese's badge.
Okay.
Badge, because
just walk cheese in through the front door and be like, "What's up, fellas?"
You guys teleport to like an alleyway that's kind of like around the corner. You guys point on a map because I'm of Kieran because I'm too lazy to, and you're there. You're around the corner in an alleyway. Once again, you're like, you recognize the clanking of metal as automatons like walk around the city and stuff.
Wait, aren't we still wanted here?
Yeah.
We're wanted in a lot of places. This is
kind of like a slummy place of town, though. There's not that many. Like, there's not any observers here.
Yeah, we've got true sight. Yeah, but actually, just for my safety, because since there aren't any observers, should I just change? I think changing my face is a good idea because this one's pretty well known here. And what's a fun face to use for the current moment?
I'll pick one.
I'm a changeling, buddy guy. W plastic surgeon is crazy. I think I'll just become a wood elf, honestly.
What do I feel like doing right here? Clutch, if you're listening, should I make a funny happen?
Axel, always.
Alright.
Oh, unmuted for that.
So, you walk in, right? How do you guys want to go? How do you guys want to go about entering, or do you just want to confidently walk in? I mean, if I'm being honest,
Looking like a normal fucking person.
I'm sure all of you are confident enough to fuck, beat the shit out of it. Like,
Okay,
everyone
but
in
do
this
we want
hideout.
everyone to go in, or do we sort of want to send Cheese as like the vanguard and have you guys like stealth in behind? Like have some people stealth in behind.
I don't know.
Let's do
I could literally.
What's the fun?
I can literally.
Or do we want to do like full frontal? Just like go in. Just
I mean, hell, I can just lie, being like, "Oh yeah, I'm just here as a guard, nothing too major." Yada yada yada. We get the point.
If you need a distraction, I can be the distraction.
But we just need to get If and then
I know.
leave.
We
Yeah,
just
you
need
also
to get
get
Who
Sam.
is this guy? Who is this guy? Who's this guy? They all gather
Is he a
around me.
mime? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I've never seen a mime before.
And Karen.
Just want to order a mime?
And then I start doing theatrics. Like, what?
Bro,
So
start,
that-
like,
so you guys
bro
have
starts
Cheese go in?
juggling.
You guys have Cheese go in and then you guys like try and stealth behind or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, why
that's the
not?
plan.
Alright, everyone roll stealth. I'm assuming Brett is just walking in because he has a disguise on.
Yeah, like always. They call me the changeling.
Is it pretty dark in here?
Guys, I may have rolled low on a stealth check.
How the fuck did you?
Hey,
How
I'm
the
not
fuck
even
did you?
gonna go look. I'm pretty sure he passes still.
Oh shit, that was pretty bad.
What did
17.
he get?
You got a 15.
You rolled
Oh my god, you say like that's pretty bad. Like, what?
Shut the hell
I mean,
up.
he's got expertise though.
That passes sometimes. Oh my god. You're not
That
like
passes. So he
speaking alert,
passes.
bro. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Is that like a nat 1 or
Did
No,
the
that was on a. That's a 2.
that's a 2.
crazy?
Crazy.
Oh
Alright.
man, I got 15 on a 2, guys. It's a horrible roll.
What Zin get?
Oh, 17.
Okay, yeah. You guys blend into the dimly lit hideout pretty well. As you walk in, you start to, you hear like the rumbling of like wood furniture, and as you walk in, you see what appears to be like dragonflies from the organization, pointing weapons at black seals that are also pointing weapons at the dragonflies. It seems to be some type of like hold up going on. Near the back of the hideout, you manage to spot Thifnora, who's who has the edge of their knife to a dragonfly member, who also appears to be holding a gun pointed at one of their companions or one of their allies.
You really entered at a deadlock.
It appears we have entered into
It's
a
like
bad
dead
situation.
silence. Everyone's trying to see who makes the first move.
And then Cheese just walks in.
Yeah, a couple of heads look towards you.
I kind of put my hands up.
Both sides kind of like, well, the Black Seals don't recognize you that much, but like a couple, you talk to a couple, Black Seal members like that Dragonborn and stuff. So they look at you like, remembering you, and they're like kind of like, help us out here. But then the dragonflies are also looking at you like, oh my god, thank goodness they showed up.
She's sitting here like, what's the play here?
Yeah.
A chaotic
Well,
approach
buddy.
to this with minor illusioning, like a gunshot.
Bro, we don't want to set off. We don't want to
Starting the
start
Civil War! Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh,
god, I'm
shit.
literally doing your jobs.
It was Zin all along! Started this.
So
Let's
here's
see,
like, minor illusion of a
prestidigitation.
bomb.
Let's see.
I'm not doing that.
Prestidigitation. Harmless sensory effect.
No.
Minor
The sound of
illusion.
a gunshot.
No.
You know, this armors. Then and besides the point, I kind of just like, I think we kind of enter. It's just like that fucking one. So it's just like that one scene. Just like, open the door. It's like, oh, well then, this is real awkward.
What's going on here, bro? It's
No.
Maybe I'll just come back later.
I mean, what is?
Wait, wait. We know people on both sides here. Maybe we could get them to stop shooting each other.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's actually. See, this is a fight here, Ember. I don't think we can. I don't think we can talk no jutsu this shit.
You mediate.
I'm sure we can talk no jutsu.
Let me cook.
You're hiding. Shut up.
You're also hiding.
You're
Bro comes up from the
shut up.
shadows.
You can come.
Right. Let Nate cook. Nate, you got this. You got this. Talk no jutsu.
Just be neutral.
Axel,
Just
can I
be
talk
natural.
no jutsu?
Yep. Go ahead. What would you like along this? You know, you don't have to say everything you're gonna say, but along the lines, what would you like to say?
So, what's going on here? Why are we? What's with the standoff?
Are you asking a particular side or just everyone in the room? Because you're about to get a lot of different answers.
I think I sort of direct my this one to one of the closer Black Steel members.
These damn dragonflies just broke into our hideout with weapons. They jumped us.
Okay. And then she turns to one of the nearby fireflies and is like, "Alright, now you guys, what's going on? What's happening?"
We got some tips about some black steel scum hiding around these areas. So we decided to clear them out. Especially seeing how the city won't do anything about them, we thought we were doing the city a favor.
Okay. And what do you guys think the outcome of this is gonna be?
I don't know. You want to find out? Feel lucky? One of them says as they hold their gun towards, pressing it into the head of another a Black Steel member.
All right. Hold on here. Let me go out on a limb here, right? So, Firefly, you guys are a relatively I'd say real quick, Axel. They're a relatively small sort of grassroots organization here.
Pretty much, but in terms of how large either organization is, they're about as big as the Kieran branch of Black Steel. So they're not small by any means in what they're able to accomplish, but in manpower they are kind of small.
So if per se, and is this something Cheese would be able to sort of know, is if something happened to another Black Steel branch, would the other branches step in?
Yeah, to a certain degree. If not the rest of the Kieran branch would definitely do something about this.
So listen, all right. I've had my run-ins with Black Steel before, Fireflies, right? So here's what I'm thinking. This is not an avenue you want to venture down, because, and I'm willing to venture that the reason why the city hasn't done much is because Black Steel has a lot of branches throughout a lot of the different continents. So if this little hideout gets taken out, suddenly the rest of the branch is going to be really interested in what's happening down here. And I don't really think you guys want war in this city, right? I'm not sure that's really something you a full-out war, because if this escalates into a war with the Kieran branch, other branches are going to step in. So let's just put down our weapons and go about our days. Can I roll persuasion for this?
Yeah, actually roll it with advantage.
All right. 25.
Damn.
I have a plus 13.
These damn warlocks. So yeah, one of them speaks up. There's already a damn war going on here, and then another Dragonfly member kind of speaks up. Is the last thing we need is two going on at the same time. We'd definitely be spread way too thin to deal with the entirety of Black Steel and the Kieran government. We already have our hands tied, but as long as these guys promise to stop messing messing with our transports, and we'll have no bad blood. I guess we'll have to deal with them some other time.
Is that something we can, come to an agreement on? She sort of turns to the black steel person here.
They look at one another and they kind of shrug, and they're like, "It's dying here." In a couple, over the course of like an entire minute, people slowly like start raising their weapons from each other and then holstering them. The entire room like unanimously seems to agree to not fight each other, and within a couple minutes the dragonflies clear out. Some of the Black Steel members continue to put the furniture back, clean up the room, help each other up, fix any injuries some of the Black Steel members might have. And then you see Thif Nora approach you guys. Damn, what are you guys doing back here? I thought I'd honestly seen the last of you.
Sadly, no.
About that. We're kind of here seeking assistance for a certain conundrum we're in.
A conundrum?
Yeah.
What kind of conundrum, if you don't mind me asking?
It relates to a certain fiasco you were a part in.
Fiasco I was a part in?
Does that
store owner want his trinkets back? Because I already sold them off.
The one that was more important than just some commoners' trinkets. A certain name, a value.
We're in a bit of trouble.
Oh my god, you're talking about the Fey royalty.
Thank you.
We're in a bit of trouble with them.
I thought I was cleared of that.
Oh, you're cleared of that.
No, you're not the one in trouble. Don't worry.
You're being accused.
We're the ones in trouble. We're on trial, you see.
Because of certain factors, your death led to us being unable to properly do a certain task. So,
Yeah. Okay. So what do you need me to do?
We just need you to, as a witness testimony.
She starts to crack up a bit. You're going to court in the Feywilds?
Yep.
Oh my god. That is... Wow. Wait, Glock, is your character part of the Fireflies?
People didn't know what the Fireflies was so a minute ago.
I don't know if you knew what the Fireflies were before, but
This is where
I'm one of the Fireflies.
Yeah.
Oh, Glock's actually flat. Oh,
number 27.
Firefly. Yeah. Why do I keep calling them Fire? The Dragonfly number 47.
Ninja number 6, bro.
Okay. Is it okay? I could show up to the Fey Kingdom, I suppose. I'm not doing much. When is it? When is the trial?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That is short notice. Okay. Well, I mean, I can't.
We were accused short notice wise.
Yeah, honestly, I can't remember the last time the court was short, not short notice. They're always like, "Oh, appear tomorrow morning at 9 a.m." Glad to know that the Feywild isn't that different.
We technically only found out that we were even being tried a few hours ago.
See, you think that's the case of it being more short notice. It's more so they kind of just want us incarcerated more than anything else.
Oh.
As a threat to the Feywild, so
A threat to the Feywild. That's a... I mean, there's a lot of things that are, accused of being a threat to the Feywilds. They mostly get, any type of random... assuming someone is too smart to be fooled by the Fey, they often send those material walkers, as they call them, to trial because, they don't want people that are too smart for their tricks walking around in the Feywild.
If only it was as simple as that.
Well, all you gotta know is the people that's, the few Blacksteel we've sent to the Feywild and were put in trial didn't end up coming back if they were proven guilty. I don't really know what punishments they have there, but I'm assuming they're not.
Trying to sleep is one of them.
Oh, that doesn't seem terrible.
It's a dream world. Yeah, right. Eric had a fun time there.
I got to live a life I was happy, and now I'm here again.
Wouldn't you want to be proven guilty then?
Then the world dies.
So, sorry, what?
You see, the issue is that God kind of has a vested interest in us not getting proven guilt. I mean,
there's a lot of real bad things.
If you guys want to get proven guilty, new campaign, I guess.
We do not like. We just look over. There's a lot of real bad things going on, and I need to make sure my country doesn't go down on the ship.
If you purposely get proven guilty, I swear to God, I'll pull shit out of my ass.
I am not.
Bro will bring back silver seas.
I'm not going to purposely be proven guilty. That is not my goal. I've said that specifically 5 times now. Don't worry.
You know what? I don't know if we got any evidence. We're guilty. Oh no, you're not.
That's crazy. I'm so glad I got a lawyer for you guys because you guys are not good at defending yourself. So, all right. You know what? I'll show up in court tomorrow. How does this work? Am I going with you guys now, or should I wait for you?
It'd be better to come with us now, just in case.
Okay. I guess I wasn't doing anything today, other than getting into a shootout. I wasn't.
Well, now you're not in one.
Well,
honestly, I have you guys to thank for that. I appreciate it. I didn't. A lot of my friends could have died here today. So, yeah. I guess. How do you guys get here?
We were teleported here
by
a Fey princess.
Yeah, you guys walk out and they meet, face to face. Aurora doesn't seem to think too nicely of this person, but they just give you guys the silent treatment. All right, where are we going next?
Next we must go to who was there? All right, we need to find Katarina. Right, she has to respond first. Never mind, we can't find that woman.
So is it back to the Feywild?
We could probably just go to the pale necromancer as our magic expert in case Katarina doesn't show up.
We really want to do the white.
Do we really want to take the chance of Katarina not fucking showing up?
Okay, buddy.
If we're really gonna discuss semantics right now, Josh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna flip a coin whether they were gonna show or not.
Exactly. So,
all right.
I think it's time we go to that pale necromancer because she's more like she'll be honest about us. Or neutral about us, not honest.
Well, hold on, wait. When we say to be honest, we need to consider what we've done in their presence.
I'm not sure why you're saying we. What you?
I am saying we destroyed a town.
That was CC.
Yeah, see, why this still a we? I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit.
We didn't do anything.
That was Fey.
They did it off without.
Well, they don't know. They don't know who did it, but someone did in the party.
Listen.
Don't worry, CC made sure they weren't seen when they were doing it.
Yeah, that's not better. That's not better.
Dang it, CC.
So, they probably would not give a positive outlook for us if we really want.
We just need her as a magic expert, not even as a fucking. No, these guys are good people.
That's true. They can't go okay. Well, what does this artifact say? What type of magic was used in this artifact? Well, Eric and his pockets blew up my entire time. They can't really do that. That's not,
I was by myself for a second.
Then again, there's also cross-examinations that you have to worry about, where you can ask the other witness of the prosecution and vice versa questions to make sure they're a viable witness and such.
Okay, but if we just tell her that Faye burned her village.
I don't know, it's up to you guys.
It's like really, again, it's gonna be a coin flip whether or not Katarina shows the fuck up. So I think we should just have 2 magic experts just in case.
Alright, let's get the White Witch. That's the unluckiest, I think I've
Alright.
ever been.
Did you just call them a white bitch?
I said
White witch.
Oh, okay.
White witch.
We get the White Witch.
So you guys, again, point on a map because I don't remember how you recall, but it's a single. They stay within a single town. That's there, so it's pretty easy. It's really easy to find them, actually. The town looks a lot more cleaned up. There's still like moss on some of the buildings and a little bit of overgrowth, but overall,
let's avoid the town. Let's avoid the town.
The town is functional again. You're not in the clearing where the town is. You're like still amongst the forest. If Butter was here,
They could,
they would see some like undead that are scattered among the trees. Some of the undead seem to be like wandering towards your direction, investigating some like rustling and the sounds of the magic that teleported you here.
Yeah. Can I kind of just like wave at one of the skeletons, like, hello?
Okay.
We seek the pale. Her name's the Pale Witch, right?
The White Witch.
It's just so many.
They had a lot of nicknames. You're not wrong. If you say anything with a word that means white in some way, and then some type of spellcaster that is female in origin, then you're probably naming one of their nicknames.
Okay.
But the skeleton doesn't budge, but it lifts its arms, pointing into the direction you guys went last time to go find them.
Thank you very much, as I bow my head towards the skeleton before I go on.
Okay. You guys it's a couple miles walk. Eventually, Aurora gets bored, and they just mega misty step you guys all the way over to the entrance of the graveyard. Through the fence of the graveyard, you see, you once again see the pale woman who appears to be watering some already dead flowers near a gravestone.
Excuse me.
Real quick, should we hide Imric from sight? Like, should we put Imric elsewhere?
Personally, I'm fine with getting my ass beaten a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? That seems funny. All right.
Excuse me.
No, I'm kidding.
Excuse me.
Finger.
You've already told me that they will not kill me, so I'm gonna assume whatever they will do is not going to be the murder.
I lied.
It's all jokes.
Yes. Excuse me. Pale Witch, was it?
Yes.
Hello. I'm not sure if you remember me at all. We came here how long ago were we here, actually?
It's been like 4, maybe 3 months or so.
Yeah, we came around here a couple months ago. And we just wanted to ask if you could serve as a witness for a trial we will be in, as our magic expert.
What crime have you committed, or are you being accused of? Apologies.
Oh, yes. No, it is all fine. It is understandable. We are being accused of being a threat to the Feywilds.
In the Feywilds.
A god blew up an archfey, and we are getting blamed for it.
Okay. We're getting into territory that I don't feel comfortable with this character. A god. And by that I mean I'm sure you mean one of the sealed gods.
Yep.
Because those are no gods.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Personally,
They're creatures hell-bent on our destruction. Our very manifestation of reality crumbled at their fingers.
Yeah. Those sound pretty accurate.
I nod.
I do not have a very positive definition of God at this point. That just sounds like a god to me at this point.
I saw. Oh, people did let you.
Very well. I'll accompany you to court.
Yippee.
However,
Yeah, I had a feeling.
at some point in the future, I would like that wrench returned to me. Whenever you're done using it.
We have a
One
problem.
minute. What seems to be the problem with that?
A man
It's
with a
gone.
living hat. A man with a
Oh,
living
right, yeah,
hat.
we don't have that wrench.
That little fib guy took it.
Yeah.
Fib.
I don't.
He
I
has a
did
top.
not say that.
Let's just say, I said, yeah, a guy with a
You didn't say
living
shit.
hat.
Josh, you don't even speak.
I don't say.
Exactly.
I barely speak. All right. Someone else said that.
Josh better mute himself. Hold on, let me do it for him.
To make
No,
a feeling
no, bro.
said that they would be seeing me again semi-soon, so probably might get a chance to give you the wrench.
Do you know this fib person?
The name is familiar. I believe I've read upon them in some books of old age. The name of an ancient fiend, I believe.
Wait a minute.
Ah, gosh.
I'm starting to see it now.
Hey,
There you
Nate.
go.
Hey, man, I think it's your patron right here, Fib.
What?
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, remember that guy who stole the wrench of Sir Wrenchy? That was your patron.
Was I there for that?
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, maybe you were. I don't remember, but
So wait, are you guys real? No, wait. Axel said that out of character, so we would have no way of realizing.
no.
Nope.
That's
No, he said.
He didn't say
Mitch, you little bio trader.
They didn't say it.
Okay, so it's an archfiend who has that wrench beyond that wrench now.
Hey, I know an
It's
archfiend.
That guy sounds
Hey,
familiar.
so do you guys think all archfiends know each other?
No.
I wouldn't know of that at all. Not all Fey know each other, so I'd assume that isn't the case.
They're not an arc fiend. They're just an old fiend. Or maybe they are an arc fiend. I don't actually know.
Okay, but yes, so a fiend has that wrench now. Is that... Well, obviously it's not a good thing, but this...
This is a complicated situation. At least it is Fib. Fib wasn't known to be a particularly, purely destructive fiend, so...
I would like to also state very hard that I didn't give it to them. They grabbed it from me.
Yes, well, I don't find that, difficult with, the power of a fiend as old as Fib is, but they were particularly known for their tricks.
So they're more of a prankster than anything.
Which, given the god that is associated with that wrench is all about pranks, that might not be a great sign.
I hope that they don't tamper with anything they're unknowledgeable about. Nevertheless, I will accompany you to court as a witness. We will speak about that some other time.
And we appreciate it.
So do you guys have a preference of who shows up, whether it's the White Necromancer or Katarina?
Probably Wait, we should probably inform. If Katarina does show up,
And then which Katarina to begin with.
Yeah, because we can only have 3, can't we? So we should probably inform.
I mean, you can still have 3. You just won't be able to, go up as a, which you might want.
I think we should have the White Witch personally, because she seems like she wants the wrench, and we don't want Fib to have that wrench. So it's like kind of a 2 for 2 right there.
Katarina is more powerful and actually likes us.
Oh yeah, see, but kind of argument to Katarina, she also depends on if we get the real Katarina.
Well,
or
it doesn't mean they like you. It means they you just are allies to them.
Allies and all.
That's true. I'm just clarifying the difference, right? They can technically still hate you, but you can still have positive reputation with them.
Yeah, but that's
not to say what's occurring. That's what's occurring with Katarina. I'm just making that clear.
Yeah,
other, like characters.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I personally want the White Witch, mostly because Brad hasn't had many conversations with Katarina between the two. Brad prefers the White Witch over Katarina, considering the legends he's heard about Katarina. Because everyone knows Fey members go crazy when they're spending the Feywild.
Yeah.
I say White Witch then. If she is unbiased, if she is very unbiased.
I'm gonna get outvoted here, but I personally would have rather had Katarina.
I think it's just because she didn't like you specifically.
No, it's because Katarina is again more powerful and knowledgeable.
Well, that's true. They are more powerful and more knowledgeable.
They're also more busy.
You're not looking. You don't need.
It's also hit or miss with the clones.
But then again, to be clear, you don't need Einstein to solve a case of whether sulfur was used in a situation. You can get some regular chemists to do the job.
Yeah.
Katarina is a very good witness, but you also have to think about other factors in them proving you innocent. You guys have any specific questions you want to ask your witnesses? Include you guys chose Imric, right? For your who to go. Do you guys have any specific questions, or do you want me to come up with questions?
I think coming up with questions sounds more fluid.
Great, I will do that. Mid-case.
Are we guilty? No.
I don't know. I've never ran an entire trial on my own before, so I think you're innocent. The trial might see you innocent. Anyway, the day of you guys go back to the Feywild. You guys are in a waiting room waiting for the trial to start. It's the next day. If you all want to take a long rest, you can. I'm pretty sure you guys are all fine though.
Well, it doesn't end up hard to take one, and I definitely am not good.
You guys asked.
Shanked.
Did you get shanked last session?
Remember the verdant jester?
Oh yeah, I forgot you fought. But yeah, that's so.
Fought is a strong word. Fought is a strong word for what happened there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You had an encounter.
Yeah, we ran into each other. Okay.
Speaking of encounter, the Aurora's gonna leave for a bit while you're in the waiting room, and then come back. They seem quite stressed out by everything, and they're like writing a bunch. They're like scribbling on a bunch of papers, writing down notes. When they come back, they're holding what appears to be like a singular like green glass like shard. They're writing a bunch of stuff, and then they go over to Fifth, and then they have like a little private conversation with them, and then eventually the time for the trial comes. You guys are waiting at the doors to the court, and Aurora looks at all of you, and they're like, "Oh my god, I almost forgot!" And they cast seeming to give you guys a more, lavish appearance befitting of that of a court. You're all in suits. There's nothing too, it's nothing too fancy. It's just basic.
Didn't change much.
Yeah, basic formal attire. If you're already wearing formal attire and it's clean, then that's what they do.
I'm in rags.
Yeah, well, now you're in a suit.
Well, now you're not.
You can keep your mask if you want to.
I guess if we,
Okay.
I guess to keep appearances, I guess I'll show my extra.
I don't know what the lore behind your mask is. If there's a reason you don't want to wear it or a reason you do, either way, you can keep it or you can choose to not keep it. It's up to you.
I said I was in rags, not the mask. I'll take the mask off. I'm fine.
Okay.
I guess I'll just have my. Guess I'll just have my changeling body. No, I'm casual. In the suit.
I'm gonna choose to ignore what you just did in my presence, Nate.
Yeah. Anyways, what are we doing? Are we getting dressed up for court?
They just cast a spell. You're not physically dressed up. It just looks like you're dressed up. They cast like the seeming spell, so it looks like you're dressed up.
Let's go, suit time.
I'm pretty sure half of the people here will be able to see through it.
Probably.
We don't have time to go get a suit tailored, buddy guy.
So, before we walk in, it is very important that you guys respect the royalty. All right? And if you're going to try and lie for whatever reason, don't, please. Because the crime for lying in court is probably a lot more terrible than it is in the material plane. So do not, please. I would rather you just tell the truth and off yourselves as terrorists than lie in court. What else is there? When we walk in, remember to, bow before the royalty. And do not, under any circumstance, no matter what they say, whether it's for records or nothing, do not tell them your name. Do we understand? Do we all understand that?
Yes, of course.
And, I suppose that can you all put your metal items, your iron items in this bin over there, please?
That's a
I
good call.
begrudgingly take off my chains.
Brad puts literally nothing because he doesn't keep iron on him.
I put my multitude of knives in there. I don't think there's any metal on my flamethrower, though.
There's a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to make them... You're not going to be using the weapons in court anyways, so, put them away.
I put the flamethrower in the box.
Yeah, it's a flamethrower. I don't know how many people are going to feel comfortable with you bringing that inside.
Rick's just going to pull out a laser rifle, the heavy crossbow, the double-bladed scimitar, the plasma flail.
Thank you.
Wait, shit.
Right.
Is the ogre strength?
Does the cross station count as have any metal on it?
No, I suppose it doesn't.
The gauntlets don't count, right? They might count.
I don't think they're made.
Crossbow.
I don't think they're made out of cold iron, so I think you're good.
Okay, I'll keep them on.
I think you're good. So, yes, you. Aurora opens the doors to the court, and almost in a flash of light as you enter, you're greeted with it almost looks like a garden. It looks like an outdoors courtroom somehow. There's like flowers and vines like draped along the ceiling with this like beautiful candelabra that's like hanging from the ceiling that has like fairy, like you know the spell fairy fire. It has like it's lit with rainbow flames that like dance with like all the colors of the spectrum. There's like there's butterflies flying across the court, and before you at the pedestal sits this 1 second. Let me. Oh yeah, there's a lot going on in this room. In case you were wondering, don't try dangerous funny business here because
of course.
you won't die. That's the good part. But you might be permanently altered, like losing your mouth. On the good side, on the good side, that would count as
Rick. That's crazy, Amiri.
That would count as a curse. On the bad side, you don't have any clerics with you to cast remove curse. So
fuck you, Josh.
Well,
Josh wasn't a cleric to begin with.
He was one level cleric.
I was mostly druid, and I couldn't get remove curse on that part. Little bro, you guys.
I'm happy about it. You don't have a heal spamming little bitch.
We can do this on hard mode.
Really, which has like a trillion HP. Now you're in honor mode, bitches. Woo!
That's the reason why revival stuff. No. That's the reason why revival stuff doesn't exist is because we're playing honor mode.
Basically, yeah.
Revive people in honor mode.
And also it like pisses me off to think of in combat like I had that system where you had the last the final stand system where all of your attacks for that turn are crits and you can like have a final like moment with your character. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense where it like next turn you stand back up with 1 HP and it's like, oh hey guys.
I put in 120%, but I locked in for a quick second.
Tell my family I love them. Actually, I think I'll tell them myself. Never mind.
That'll be 17 gold and tax.
Cleric comes in with revival.
Yeah.
Do it yourself, bitch.
I don't think so. I'm socially excited.
So anyway, yeah, you guys walk into this court. At the end of the room, you see what appears to be this relatively like quiet man. He looks pretty tired. He's holding this pipe in hand, and the fragments of the pipe kind of fills the room. Not with like tobacco, but like kind of this like floral scent. They appear pretty young, and from what you would assume, this is King Eohak. Which is a very confusing name. I'll just put this. The name is somewhere. I'll find the name in a second. While I do, among the jury, like on the sides of the court, you see a vast amount of different. You see red caps. You see like hags. Even you see. There's only like 3 hags scattered among the jury, but you see a bunch of pixies and fairies and satyrs and just a large diversity of Fey. You also see some regular humans, which you would assume are changelings. You see you see a lot of Aladdins. The primary person here are what seem to be Aladrins of all different seasons. You see Aladrins dressed in like winter. They change their colors and hair color with the seasons. So you would presume that these come from all different courts. And sitting on lavishly looking chairs on both sides of the room appear to be other Fey royalty. On one side of the room, and Bread, you instantly recognize this. You see Queen Mab, which is the queen of the Winter Court.
We bow.
She
What part
has.
will we bow?
Yes, you as you walk in. I was describing the room, but yeah, you guys can bow. They have a similar appearance to Tanya, but they, instead of a butterfly like appearance of like an arc fairy, they have more of a moth type of look to them. They have completely white hair that drapes down to like below shoulder level. They have these like the antennae that moths have.
Yep.
And along with like bright orange wings that emit this like chilling air from them. They seem completely disinterested in this court, and it appears to you that they were almost like forced to be here. On the other side of the room, you see this man with very long orange hair, who appears to have like this cane that he seems to be leaning on with it, like from his chair. The cane looks needlessly like mechanically complicated, almost like it's like a device of some kind, but it doesn't seem to have any like obvious functions. And he has these like blue feathers peeking up from his head. You would assume that is the King of the Fall Court. As you guys enter, Aurora guides you guys to the defendant's area, the defense, where it's just you guys and Aurora, and then Cerise is kind of sitting behind you guys amongst some of the other jury. In the room, you also see scattered amongst the people behind you. You see the white necromancer, who seems to just be sitting there peacefully, but a lot of people are getting a lot of stray looks from people, like, why is a lich here? And a lot of like questioning their presence. You also see Thif Nora amongst the crowd, who looks very nervous. You see their like leg kind of bouncing up and down.
There enough court full of people who are gonna lynch them.
Let me just get all the names here so we can be more organized here. So
We already agreed Emmerich was going on stand.
Yeah. Imric.
Yeah. Wait, am I going up first?
No. Well, that's up to you guys. How do you want to progress with your witness testimonies? Who do you want to go first in order?
Do we want to lead with the White Lich?
Yeah.
Aurora speaks. Yeah, we can use them, but I was going to use them to specifically examine a piece of evidence we have later down the line. We can do them first if you guys would like, but
let's do Emmerich first.
What did I miss?
Let's get it over with, I think.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Alright.
I'll go first.
They write down some stuff in some notes.
I said this.
So, 1 second, let me get all the... I'm gonna put the names somewhere else because people talk in the... I'm gonna put them in the call chat.
Polish of hope. Go to. Do.
To go. I have a meeting at like 7:30. I have to go. Sorry.
All right.
I might be back, but probably not. Sorry.
Try not to get us all killed.
We'll be fine. Axel literally will make it so that we are innocent because he does not want to do a separate campaign. Just don't
Well,
fumble.
you guys could probably run.
Yeah, but that's more. That's instant guilty right there.
So no, it's so you guys. You're not guaranteed innocent. All right. That's not leave that out. You're not guaranteed to be innocent. I will be fair. Like I'm not gonna just do that. But basically, if you're seen as guilty here, there are ways out. But the Feywild, the other courts of the Feywild will not take too kindly to you guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you'll live. But it's not something you want. Definitely not.
Okay, well, I'm going to... Is it fine if I use the mask of the politician and use the fact I'm technically an orc war chief to get a small bonus when trying to... during this, Axel?
If you can somehow work that being important to the case in some shape or form.
I mean, if we're going by we're talking about... If we're talking about, like, it being how good or evil we are, yes, I can. Because me gaining that title was A, saving a town, and B, showing mercy and not killing what were a bunch of raiders.
Okay, so King Eohan leans over his desk at the center of the room, and as he in an exhale of smoke, he looks down upon all of you. So these are the troublemakers I've heard of. Interesting. Very assorted bunch. Expected you all to look more unified, I suppose. All part of the same organization. Very well. Court is in session. May the defense please stand. May the court have your names for the record.
Yes, my name is Brett. Casually, just gonna say to go by his pseudonym.
Anyway.
Oh.
May we hear from the opening statements of the prosecution first. On the other side of the room, you see this fairy stand up who looks clad in a suit. He appears to be quite smug looking with slick back, blonde hair. He kind of grins as he stands up and, lines up his papers all in array. Your Honorable Majesty, esteemed members of the court, today we stand before you to address a matter of utmost gravity. The accused. Today we will recognize them by aliases, as to protect their names within the Fey Court, are charged with the heinous crime of both regicide and being an utmost threat to the Feywild. But this trial is not merely about the single act of violence against the Fey royalty. No. It is about the safety and stability of our beloved Feywilds. The accused, through their reckless actions, have proven themselves a dire threat to the delicate balance that sustains our realm. They have demonstrated a flagrant disregard for the sanctity of our royal lineage and the very fabric of our society. Furthermore, if left unchecked, The accused pose a clear threat and present danger to the safety of all Fey royalty, not just King Oberon. Their questionable interactions with one of the sealed gods, one of our own monarchs, serving as a chilling warning of the havoc they could wreak upon our noble courts and our innocent denizens. It is our duty, Your Majesty, to ensure that justice is served swiftly. The accused must be held accountable for their crimes, not only for the sake of Oberon's memory, but also to safeguard the future of the Feywilds. We implore this court to render a verdict that reflects the severity of their actions and protects our realm from further harm. He then looks towards all of you guys, gives you a little smug grin, and sits down. You hear a couple whispers among the jury. Very well. May the defense please offer their opening statement. Aurora kind of hastily stands up. They seem a little like shook, but they get their papers together. They take in a large breath and calm themselves down. Your Majesty, esteemed members of the court, we come before you not to deny the tragic loss of the Summer King Oberon, but to shed light on a greater truth. That the accused, though they may stand accused of regicide, possess the potential to serve as champions of the Feywilds, not as destroyers. The Feywilds stand at the precipice, Your Majesty. We are divided amongst the 4 courts of the spring, summer, fall, and winter. Each court with its unique essence is integral to the harmony of our realm. Yet in recent times, the bonds that unite us have grown strained. She looks upon and gestures upon each of the Fey royalty at each end of the court. With the Summer Court now vulnerable in the wake of Oberon's demise, it's imperative that we set our differences aside and focus on the greater threats that loom on our horizon. I'm sure we've all heard of the invasion of the eldritch creatures known as envoys, whom threaten not only the Summer Court, but all of Feykind. The accused, with their diverse talents and unique perspectives, could prove to be invaluable allies in our fight against this common foe. Moreover, the accused have demonstrated their willingness to act in the best interests of the Feywilds. They have shown bravery and resourcefulness in the face of danger, qualities that could be harnessed to bridge the divides between the courts and forge a path towards our unity and strength. Your Majesty, I beseech this court to look beyond the accusations laid before us and consider the greater good of our realm. The accused are not only capable of redemption for crimes that they did not directly commit, but also of greatness. Please, let us harness their potential to safeguard the Feywilds. May they be known as heroes, not criminals, and possibly restore the balance to our divided courts. Thank you. Aurora sits down. This also sparks a lot of conversation between the jury. King Eohan kind of nods towards all of you guys, and gets some papers together. Very well. May we begin?
I know. Never mind, sorry.
With the witness testimonies, may the prosecution bring forth their first witness. Okay. No, he's not. I was gonna ask him a question, so I'm gonna just do the funny. Fey and material walkers of the court. What the witness I am about to bring today is quite unorthodox. But I beseech you to perhaps see them with an open mind. As you may have noticed today, we have brought 2 Archfey from outside of the Spring Court. Her Highness, Queen Mab of the Winter Court, and His Majesty, His Majesty, Mewreach of the Fall Court. They're not only here to look over this court today, but to make sure this said witness stays in check. As we know, the King Oberon was slain by some outer forces, called upon by one of the defendants, or one of the accused that stand trial here today. The human. He points towards Imric among the stands. Now it is said by witness accounts in the Fey Court of Summer, in which the event happened, that an explosion darker than the night overtook the entire horizon over the walls of the Summer Court, where Oberon now lay dead. I would like to call... Sorry, hold on. I just realized that they can't use names. Should I just use like My Little Pony ass names as nicknames? I don't...
Might as well.
I would like to call a Fey researcher by the name of Appleseed to the stand. This relatively old satyr would walk up to the stand and sit down. Now, Appleseed, it is to my knowledge that you are a researcher of the arcane arts, yes? That is, the satyr would speak up. Yes, that is correct. Now, how many, if you don't mind me asking, how many years have you researched the arcane? About 73. Nice. Very good. Very good. So I would take it you are quite proficient and would even be called professional in your field. Yes? Yes, that is correct. I would consider myself a professional. Very well. Now, to our knowledge, this explosion of darkness is was not caused, at least by witness testimonies, was not caused by traditional magic. Would you agree to that statement? Yes, judging by the residue of what I saw, it was not traditional magic that caused such an explosion. Yes, yes. So, would it be fair to say that none of the people, or none of the accused would be directly, able to cause this type of explosion, had they known traditional magic? Yes, I suppose that's correct. The witness at the stand would be relatively confused, as he kind of like looks towards the judge, like, wait, this is the prosecution, right? Very well. I suppose that's all the questions I have for you for now. However, we will be hearing from Appleseed again when the time to show evidence arrives. Interesting approach, the king says. Very well. Who would the defense like to call to the stand?
Does our lawyer do that, or
Do you want? Yeah.
Yes. I was just making sure the party agrees that Emmeric's going up.
Okay. Yeah. We would like to call our one of our member. I can just state it if you're fine with that.
Yeah,
If everyone's fine with that. Okay.
Go ahead.
We would like to call forth. We would like to call forth veteran up to the stand as I gesture towards Emmerich.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Sorry.
All right. Emmerich approaches the stand.
Rude to have cell phones out in court. Turn that off.
Aurora approaches Imric.
What's up?
Oh, wait, she could technically say your name, but I don't think that's a great idea anyway.
Yeah, I just called him veteran.
All right. We will call this individual. We will name them the veteran. For the purpose of keeping their name protected in the court. Now, veteran, where would you say you were at the time of the explosion that was said to kill King Oberon?
I was in the throne room.
Interesting, yeah. And how would you say? Would you like to give us your account of what occurred on that day before Oberon was sadly lost? Please explain. Please explain. From the moment you were accounted to have entered the palace of the Summer Court.
I had came there as a warning to the king that there was a grave threat on the loose. It had possessed a friend of mine, and I was trying to stop it from being unleashed across the world. When I went to Oberon, I informed them of it, and Oberon went to go fetch the person. By
the way, sorry. When you stood in the chair, you feel a presence of you feel a zone of truth. I'm assuming you just wanted to fail, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was just making sure.
I proceeded to inform Oberon of this, which the specific threat was the Lady of Shadows, which was possessing the person. Upon being informed of this, Oberon seek to fetch them, teleported them into the throne room, in which case the person then began to have, as the only way I could understand it, as a surge of magical energy beginning to compulse them, which would have led to an explosion around the entire throne room, killing me included, before Oberon teleported out and was saved everyone, but unfortunately at the loss of his own life.
I see. And would you say, based on that account, that you had any ill will towards the Fey royalty?
None.
Did you have any what's it called? Hostilities towards the Fey royalty?
A slight amount of mistrust, but nothing more.
And more importantly, did you have any intent to raise your hand against the Fey royalty?
Absolutely none. I've actively been helping the Fey royalty, in fact.
Perfect. No further questions, Your Honor. They seat Imric back down to the,
Thumbs up.
Very well. Now, may the... Oh, no. Are you sure you chose this as one of your witnesses? Prosecution. Yes. We are very sure. We have taken all the precautions necessary. The king would look upon the other the king and queen of the Winter and Fall Court, and kind of stare at them for a moment. They both give him a nod before he sets some papers down and kind of rubs his temples. Very well, proceed with your witness, I suppose, as he throws up quotation marks. Very well. The prosecutor says. Now, the prosecutor from his pocket takes out this strange stone emanating this like dark energy and sets it on the table. And as he does, both of the queen of the Winter Court and the king of the Fall Court stand up and they approach the stand. Now, I would like to call Realia the Lady of Shadows to the witness.
Are you insane?
Don't worry, we have taken multiple precautions to make sure they remain sealed. This stone is merely a way to contact them. Even still, we have taken precautions by bringing some of the most powerful Archfey in the realm to this location.
My lord.
You tied to your door. Are you? Everyone is here. All of the important people are here. Are you insane? We literally just what happened.
We are in a fucking courtroom. What the fuck?
Alright, let's lose our chill. Let's not lose our chill.
I think
Even though-
Imric's response is valid, given everyone who is important to the Fey Kingdom is in this room, and the Lady of Shadows literally just blew up a Fey King.
You're right. I am slightly nudging my seat a little away from the table, so if things get bad, I'm running toward the door.
Amelia's
gonna kind of like fucking squat up her chair, kind of ready to jump into action if anything fucking happens.
Your objection is overruled. Continue with the case, prosecutor. Yes, my king.
Your funeral.
Now, this stone opens up what appears to be this like this portal, and from this, Imric, you see this. Unlike what you saw when you tried to communicate with the Lady of Shadows, you see this like jumble of hair that only slightly resembles a humanoid shape with this just glowing eye of rage coming from where the head would be. Eyes open in like the void. So previously when you entered this realm, right, it was this floating rock with a throne on it, and it was kind of just a dark inky void with chains that kind of like, you know, were around here and there. With the Lady of Shadows sitting upon the throne. Here you see her body entrapped by these massive chains, and she's like struggling in complete rage. These dark abyssal eyes are opened all upon the realm, looking from inside the portal out towards the court. And you hear this like almost akin to like a rabid animal, like growls of rage.
Wow, that's comforting.
And both the king of the Fey of the Fall Court and the Winter of the the Queen of the Winter Court seem to be looking intently on this portal. What you are like unholy level down bad. That is crazy. There's not even. It's just the hair.
There's not even a face or body. It's just hair.
Wood.
No. Get them out of court. They're not mentally well.
Your lordship and honor, I vote that we would silence the martial artist here.
I'm saying this out of character. Amiri would not.
Yeah, I assumed they said that out of character. I would not assume that they said that.
Amiri is literally like she. Like if she wasn't in violation of CART, she'd be in front of the fucking defense table. Like if anything fucking goes down, protect the fucking people.
It's both of you to assume you're doing shit. I'm just saying.
I would risk this fucking case so no more fucking Fey royalty die.
I'm saying you're not going to be helpful if she do something.
Okay, I will fucking die so they don't die. Like
No, you will die, and then they will die. That's what's going to happen.
I don't care. Bruh.
What is this? You dare bring me to this place? And unakin to like the more like woman-like voice you heard, Imric, when you first talked to the Lady of Shadows. This is more of like a monstrous, like almost like akin to like a witch or like a hag from media. Like
maybe it was a doppelganger, the one that Emmerich saw.
This gross voice. No, this is Imric definitely this is the Lady of Shadows. You can tell by the presence looming over you. The air like grows heavy in the courtroom. You are to answer our questions. These bindings will become tighter for every question you not answer. Have I made myself clear, Lady of Shadows? What is this? What magic is this? You can't force me to do. Ah! And as they say that, the chains, like metal clangs around as the chains seem to like tighten to a degree that is barely even torturous. It's like, almost to kill. It almost rips their body apart immediately. This is impossible. You Fey shouldn't be possible. What is this? I will repeat myself once more.
Imagine.
Oh, by the way, this is the king saying this, not the prosecutor isn't saying this, obviously. You are to answer the court's questions. You are to answer the court's questions or suffer pain. I would not worry much, as your physical form is not actually being attacked by this magic. This is merely more of a psychological thing. Oh, it's you. The eye coming from like the head of the body looks towards Imric and makes eye contact. And as it does, all of the eyes, all of the massive red eyes would immediately glare to the side of the room towards the defense. I see. Yes, I understand much. Very well. What questions do you wish to ask of me? It is to our knowledge that one of the individuals sitting amongst those stands had attempted to communicate with you. Is this true? Yes. No, actually. As I thought. You may have me in this hold of yours, but your puny truth magic has no work on me. Are you sure I am a reliable witness? That matters not. Unless you wish to aid the people in those stands for whatever reason. Would you say as much? I neither confirm nor deny. The prosecutor looks a little like irritated, as if things weren't going as planned. Well,
she is not answering his questions.
Would you say that the person in question that had attempted to communicate with you is what we have deemed for the purpose of the court the veteran over there, as he would gesture towards Emery? A monstrous, like, toothy grin that is like enshrouded in like glowing black shadow can kind of be seen from like the parting of hair. Yes. Would you like to tell us why, if any reason was given, of course, that individual chose to communicate with you? They were in contact with my mother. I see. And would you like to announce to the court who your mother is in this context? Zaraka.
Huh?
A couple gasps could be heard among the jury.
Oh my god.
Ah, yes. Zaraka, the mother of the sealed gods. The founder of evil, as some names call them. I have no further questions, Your Honor. You may close the seal. I will not forget this, Fey. As
Could I whisper something to my to our lawyer?
yes, you can. You can whisper whatever you want to the lawyer.
Is it common knowledge who their father is?
I don't believe so. No.
It's God.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I spoke to him. Yeah,
They go over to the rest of the party. Do you think we should plead insanity?
Hold it, wait.
No!
I
Hearing a lot of things about God in recent.
I need you to understand, I genuinely did meet him. I can actually show you the location, but he does want to kill me because he also killed every other one of the gods, and I found that
You're
out.
sounding crazy.
I think we might have to plead insanity.
How do we prove this to the court?
I technically could put Zaraka on the court if you want.
Oh, no, no.
No.
We would have to change our witnesses last minute.
Let's not do that. I think we're
I'll have
already
to-
doing strong.
I can explain my reasoning why I did talk to them and what I did learn that day. There is a lot of things which would need to be proven for me to go into that, which is why I tried to avoid it.
Okay.
But God is a liar.
All right. We'll have to come back to this another time. We need to call up our next witness. The defense would like to call up Thif Nora to the stand. Thif Nora would, get up from the jury and then would walk over to the stand, sit down. They would be a little nervous. Aurora would walk over, and whisper some. Well, never mind. Sorry, they don't do that. That's illegal.
Yeah.
But they would. Aurora would give Thif an assuring look. So
Very illegal.
to our knowledge, during the moment. Oh, hold on. I gotta change up my approach real quick.
She does this right on the in the middle of the fucking courtroom. It's like, wait a minute.
Okay,
Wait
you
a
have
minute.
to understand. I had to come up with an entire prosecution, an entire defense. All right,
In like 10 minutes.
Sides. Yeah, cut me some slack here. So. Okay. Now, Sith, is it true that you traveled with a majority of the party, the accused, for an extended amount of time, for matters we cannot discuss here in court today? However, we can say with utmost certainty that it was actually
In aid of the Fey royalty.
okay. No, yeah. Sorry, no. My mom was asking me something. Yes. That you were working for Blacksteel at the time. Yes, I was. Yeah. Now, to our knowledge, Blacksteel has been attempting to steal royal names for quite some time now. Is this correct? I don't know how long Blacksteel has been trying to steal names, but I was a part of an operation to do so. Good. Now, would you like to point, within the courts, of course, if there's anyone here who attempted to apprehend you for such attempts? They would point you.
I lean back. Oops, sorry.
They would point towards the accusers. They did.
Yeah, I agree.
Did they now? And when they did accuse, when they did apprehend you, would you like to give us like a short explanation of what happened during the apprehension? Well, I was doing a black market deal with
Illegal
here
shit.
for my my bosses told me to. I was to show up. We were being told to trade multiple things of importance, and one of the people that were there were actually disguised as were actually a disguised changeling and a pixie. The one over there. They point towards Butter. Shortly after, we were going to be attacked by the people in the room, and they had teleported us to the Shadowfell for safety. Interesting. And would you mind telling us what happened afterwards? Well, we a bunch of stuff happened. We attempted to leave the Shadowfell, and I eventually felt an arrow to the back of my head. And do you recall who fired this arrow? It was the veteran, him over there. Interesting. And then what happened? Well, I was shortly well, not revived, but I was healed on the brink of death.
Retconning.
Yeah.
Oh, don't at me.
In an attempt to what I would assume is kill me for my wrongdoings. Interesting. And would you say you're a good person, Thif? I can't say I am. Interesting. And would you recall any of the actions the party doing to be objectively evil? They'd think long and hard to themselves for a bit. No, I can't recall any objectively evil action. Interesting. I have no further questions, Your Honor. But we do have another witness today to introduce. We would like to call the necromancer to the stand. The White Witch would get up from their chair and gracefully walk up to the stand. They patiently await a question. They don't seem to have any sort of. They're hard to read. If you were to roll an insight check, you wouldn't even begin to know what they were thinking unless you got a 30. They just have this blank stare, staring straight ahead.
Yeah, actually, can I at least? Oh wait, no, I have a plus 7, not a plus 11. Never mind.
Bro really said, "Let me roll insight."
I thought I had enough, but I have enough at level 20, not now.
Level 20.
So, if you don't mind us asking, how long have you been studying the Arcana? About over 1,000 years now, over a millennia. Interesting. So would you consider yourself quite knowledgeable about magic in its entirety? Yes, to a degree. I did not quite research the influences of combat magic. However, I did understand quite a bit of necromancy and more utilitous use of magic.
Yeah.
Interesting. And would you care to answer to the court? What is your experience with the sealed gods? I see them as a complete and utter evil and plague to this world and realm. Interesting. Okay. Now, would you have agreed to appear before the court if you had thought that the accused before you are directly aligned with the sealed gods and their interests? No, I would not have. Interesting. And just as your opinion, would you believe that the accused here are working in tandem directly with the sealed gods? Absolutely not. Okay. We will ask further questions of the White Witch when it is time to show evidence very soon. That is all, Your Honor. Okay. We will allow a short recess to process some of the information we've gotten from the witnesses. You may exit the court temporarily, come back in about an hour or so. You may discuss anything you need to discuss then. I will speak with the king and queen of this, the winter and fall. A lot of the jury get up and exit the courtroom. Some stand around. They start talking amongst each other. Is there anything you would like to talk about? Or change your approach on anything?
I could give our lawyer the recap of what
You do have an extra piece of evidence, and technically, this is Aurora talking, by the way. We do have room for an extra piece of evidence. But you said you could bring Soraka to the stand?
Yes, but it also kind of drains their dead body of energy, and once that energy runs out, they can never speak again.
So you have their corpse lying around?
Not exactly a corpse, more like a communication device to their corpse.
I have a quick question to ask.
Yeah. What is
okay? Could we do this somewhere a bit more? Make sure it's private, just because of the nature of things. I would have to be proving a god that's mortal enemy is the current god for millennia now, so it's a little hard to prove that in like an afternoon,
Okay, yeah, we'll go to a waiting room then. What is it, Red?
Oh, yes. Okay, so for this whole court meeting, at least so far, the summoning of the Lady of Shadows in question with Regicide, how confident, or at least how viable of a source could she possibly be to this case at all?
That's what I was going to question.
Considering the fact that she was able to lie in any situation, she
is also the one that murdered your father.
That too, so why isn't she being questioned further, or at least not taken as a serious source in any way?
Yeah, we'll have to mention that during cross-examination. However, they did have, points that align with evidence, so we'll have to try to get around that.
Well, yes, but isn't the Lady of Shadows known for deception, or at least instilling mistrust in others?
They are, yes.
So, then furthermore, that would prove that they couldn't be taken at face value or for anything much beyond that.
What is the prosecutor doing?
Yeah,
I don't know. That guy's fucking insane. I don't know what he was thinking bringing the lady.
The fact that he was able to get that verified should be taken into account.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I didn't even know you could contact the Lady of Shadows in such a way.
I don't think anybody would be stupid enough to contact the Lady of Shadows.
Well, in the presence of Arcfey, it's not as dangerous because, they have power akin to gods. But,
well, yes, but
bloated.
She was still able to kill one of the Fey royalty.
Okay. Anyway, Imric, what is this, corpse thing you wanted to show me?
I would pull out the coin.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised.
That's a coin, Emmerich.
Or just look at the coin. Soraka, can you at least prove that I am not insane? Maybe, please.
The coin gently flickers in light.
Okay, there.
Okay, I'm going to assume that that is a viable source as evidence. Okay. But are you sure Soraka's a good source? She's like evil, isn't she?
Here's the thing. So how about I catch you up on what I learned while in the boiling seas? Okay, so you remember the old mechanic that was around that formed the country of what is it again? Axel, I forgot our character.
Are you talking about
Kieran.
Drayden?
Yeah, Drayden. You know Drayden?
Yes.
He is the human avatar of God. Let's just start off with that. That's how he was able to create all of those magical inventions that was super high tech and stuff. Yeah, he is God. I know this because I found his secret laboratory, which was a good few miles underground, by the way. Very, very fun to go around. That's where I got that super cool sniper rifle you saw earlier. That's where I got that laser rifle. So you can at least semi-verify that story. Anyways, continuing on. Down there, we had a chat, and I was asking him why is he allowing his country to suffer and burn. And he said because I make everything worse, and essentially talked about how he committed a genocide against all the other gods out of essentially just being a petty control freak. He is also the husband, or I guess I think we can pretty hard say ex-husband of Soraka. I think Soraka would agree by this point. And the three sealed gods are actually his children, the only ones which he didn't just straight up murder. And they seem to have taken a good amount of their father's murderous intent, shall we say. So given the fact that, I learned that the god. Also he did create the Deathlands. That's a fun thing. He murdered one of the gods, and that god's corpse is too angry to move on. Very fun thing.
Okay.
You didn't tell us this.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna say that all in court, but I still think Soraka might be a worthy witness. If they were able to speak, that is.
They were. I don't know if they are going to, because it wastes a lot of energy, and they also recently wasted a lot of energy teleporting me away from God.
I see.
Because, calling God a selfish bastard to his face makes him rather angry. Actually, that's not what angered him. It was showing him his ex-wife.
Wait, you were teleported to the Feywild?
Yes.
We might be able to use that. Okay, well, it's time for evidence. So, we did manage, we do have a majority of your weapons, so we can clarify that you didn't directly do it. As for...
I can't cast magic.
Well, no, the issue is the fact that we still have a connection to the Lady of Shadows and are at least able to bring her here in some way.
I'm pretty sure I can just say I am not aligned with the Lady of Shadows' objectives in any way, shape, or form.
Crazy.
I thought we already just said. Never mind.
I don't think I specifically said that.
You didn't say it, but the White Witch did.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, but it's different from someone else saying, yeah, they would never do that, and you saying, no, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, but also, you are the accused, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's under zone of truth, so things can be a little bit more like, no.
So the trial's back in session. Okay. What time is it? 8.
11.
8:11.
We can continue. Or I can end the session so I can, prep the trial in its entirety. Or I can try to improvise it as I've already kind of been doing.
No, see if we have a prepped trial.
I'm in favor of improv because I kind of just want to see what this goes, and I don't want to wait another week. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys agree with that?
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Would the defense like to present their first piece of evidence? Yes. Aurora stands up, bringing this little this small glass case, and within it is this piece of bone that seems to be emanating this raw, this flicker of black flame. And I would also like to call the white necromancer to this. I've called them a different name each time I've called them. I'm just gonna say white witch. I'd like to call the white witch to the stand.
Do something, and then
Now, this piece that you all see before is a piece of the corpse of Gringo.
I hadn't heard it to the head of a shot. What? I'm saying.
Who the hell is Gringo?
Who's
I don't-
Gringo? I'm not even doing good right now. I'm doing good in the office of learning children.
I don't know.
Like,
It's an American that isn't. It's like what Spanish people
oh,
used to
what?
call
Wow, what are you talking about? Who's Gringo?
Americans.
Oh, you're referring to the White Witch.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
So the what's it called?
It's Gringa because she's a girl, right?
Probably. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I'm not Spanish inclined.
I don't know. The was my train of thought? Yes. So yeah, she showcases the piece before the jury. This piece was taken from Your Majesty Oberon, bless his soul, after the explosion. From what our knowledge is, this is quite peculiar, because you'll see that there is a flame being emitted from the piece, despite Oberon have been dead for quite some time now. Most flames would have died out, and we have reason to believe this has something to do with the magic used in his assassination, per se. Now, would you care to answer me? How long have you been familiar with the Sealed Gods? I would say since I was almost a child, so 1,000 years or so, even actually quite some time, multiple millennia almost. Interesting. Now, do you recognize the magic that is within this case here? Yes, it is a magic belonging to the Shadowfell. From my knowledge, it doesn't exist in the Shadowfell any longer, but it existed during a time when the Lady of Shadows had reign over the Shadowfell before she was sealed. Interesting. So, from your knowledge, would you believe that the only person that could replicate this type of flame would be the Lady of Shadows herself? I would say so with utmost certainty, yes. Interesting. And seeing as how this is directly being emitted off of the corpse of Oberon, would that almost completely, with utmost certainty prove that it was killed by some source of the Lady of Shadows? Yes, it would be. Alright, good. No further questions for, with this piece of evidence, at least, Your Honor. Our next piece of evidence is a shard collected from one of the Jade Miscreants we've spotted that hide amongst the Fey realms. We believe them to be a creation of the Verdant Jester, one of the 4 envoys. Now, if you mind, Your Honor, I would like to cast a spell on this particular piece. Very well. You may. She casts spell Legend Lore among the piece, and then translates it into a different spell, which kind of shows like a screen. Within the what's it called? Within, like, you see from the eyes of the creature that this came from, which was near the grave of Oberon. It appears to be like, you know, looking around for something until it is immediately hit in the head by an arrow, and as it falls to the ground, you see Imric walk out from the forest, and the party run out from the forest, attacking the other miscreants around it. Now, as you can see here, Fey of the Court, we can see that it is not the Fey Guard that is responsible for defeating these Jade Miscreants, but the very accusers that stand before you. Not to mention, the Jade Miscreants were not even like
take my AirPod out halfway through, so I get screwed up.
What? Hold on, I gotta go for a second. I'll be back in a minute.
Got video proof. I know, I was...
Got him on the CCTV.
This you? That's what I was thinking.
This you?
There's 5 people in the slide. What? I'm so impressed that all the fucking candy are out. The convenience of the lactic candy. I need the sugar in my blood. Where's some?
Okay, I'm back.
I still have
We can see that they actively engaged with the Jade Miscreants, servants of the Verdant Jester. Another important point to make is if they truly wished to see the Feywild burn, they would not have interacted with these beings at all. In fact, completely ignored them, letting them do what they please. I feel like it is important to bring attention to the court their active pursuits of protecting the people around them and protecting the Feywild as a whole, even if it may be subconsciously or without, direct intent. The intent there is objectively good. It is objectively good aligned.
And
very well. That is our evidence, Your Honor.
yay.
So, prosecutor goes through some papers. Your Honor, I'm gonna be 100% truthful. We got jack shit.
It's the fixie
It's the prosecution.
I need to thank whoever hired this guy.
Well, if I had time to prep,
Prophecy.
Okay. I'm out of ideas. Anyway, so he brings up what appears to be a arrow enshrouded in black mist. Black fire, actually. Similarly to what you saw from the bone. So as we know, this fire, as told by the defense, originates from the Shadowfell.
Uh-oh. Okay, look.
But who's to say, or who's to prove, that this fire cannot be replicated by denizens that are not of the Shadowfell? As Thifnora declared earlier in their statement as a witness, the party was indeed spotted in the Shadowfell. Now, what I find suspicious is that this fire can only be found in the Shadowfell, yet here it is. We don't know what connections the accusers have to the Lady of Shadows, but we do know that there's a lot of lines being drawn to them suspiciously.
Objection? We weren't in the Shadowfell by the time the king died. That happened after.
Did it?
Yeah, remember, we were trying to grab the name in the
Yeah,
Shadowfell.
remember, yeah. We're in the Shadowfell bringing Thifnora through it
You're so
to get back to the Feywilds, so...
This man...
It did happen around the same time.
No, it didn't. Not at all. There was not at all around the same time.
It was around the
It was
exact
very
same
close.
time.
It was very close. But Imric
The first thing that happened after Oberon died was Titania sent them to the Shadowfell. That happened like barely an hour after Oberon died.
Still, we went to the Shadowfell. Well, I went to the Shadowfell after he died.
What's your proof of this time frame?
Can you cast? Can someone cast Zone of Truth so I can tell you this?
I cast that into the Queen who sent Imric to the Shadowfell.
Yeah, you can ask that too.
That was already up. Always up.
Yeah, it is.
Can I wait?
Bro,
Could I go into the Zone of Truth that's currently set up over there, and I can tell you it?
No,
directly?
it's over
literally
like
sitting on it.
it's over the it's over the court. The court is in Zone of Truth.
Oh well, yeah. I can tell you right now. I had only ever entered the Shadowfell for the first time ever.
So I'm not sure how mortals work with objections. The king speaks up, but that's not how an objection works. Please make sure you speak in turn when it is your time to speak. That would have been gone over during cross-examination. However, Persecution, I would like to see your response to this. And, Veteran, make sure it does not happen again.
I would bow.
Very well, Prosecution. What is your response to this? Well, if they are able to make it to the Shadowfell, who's to say they haven't been to the Shadowfell previously? It is said that one's memories of the Shadowfell are quickly scrubbed away once they finish going to the Shadowfell. If they were able to get there once, who's to say they couldn't get there a second time?
Why would you
Go to compass. Wait.
Oh, wait, no, wait for cross-examination, but wait for cross-examination.
When cross-examination, but...
Yeah.
There's a lot of whispers amongst the jury that think his argument's a little shaky. He kind of like looks around. He's like biting his nails. Well, for our second piece of evidence, we have sorry, one second. He looks over a bunch of papers at his desk. What do you mean you didn't fucking bring it? You had 2 jobs, Daryl. 2 jobs.
Bro spoke his real name.
Nah, that's the nickname. Who the fuck would name a Fey Daryl, bro?
On God, bro. Who names them Daryl?
Daryl.
This is why I don't enslave humans with names. Jesus Christ, they're so useless.
Oh! Slave.
Yeah, they're sitting next to a human. Your Honor, may we call a short recess? I think you've wasted my time enough. We'll move on to cross-examination.
Is it alright if I speak now then, Axel had a character?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. In objection to the point that the prosecutor has brought up, I would like to bring forth Fifth Nora back up. I would like to... Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yo.
Now, do you want to bring Fifth Nora up to the stand?
I want to retcon that I said her fucking name.
Oh, okay. No, you can say
Yeah,
their
no.
name. You can say their name.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, we're getting
Yes.
cross-examined?
Yeah, don't worry, I got this.
We're
Yeah.
currently winning. The other guy is an idiot.
Clutch
Yeah,
up, Chauncey.
Yes, I would like to bring Fifth Nora up to the stand in objection to us going to the Shadowfell prior. So Fifth Nora, remember during our time in the Shadowfell when we were on our way to escape, we ran into a spider that had requested us to pay a price in order to pass. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, I suppose so.
Yes, and with that price, you were the one to accept it first. And in that moment,
As you speak of this moment, your memories appear to be starting to fade away.
I don't think I ever gave my memories away to that bitch though.
No, it's part of escaping.
Okay, alright.
It appears when you speak of the moment, your memories start to fade away. You can finish the trial without forgetting everything, but you assume
It's better to go faster than anything.
Yeah, by the end of the trial, you would have forgotten about the Shadowfell.
Alright. Yes. On our way to escape the Shadowfell, we had ran into a spider that requested us to pay a price, and you were the one to accept said price. And what was that price again, if you don't mind me asking?
It was to consume our memories. I believe it was only bad ones, or only good. I don't remember. But they wanted a specific type of memory from us.
Yes.
Where I quickly realized that it was not being truthful, and I struck it down out of instinct.
Yes. So, Your Honor, if that were the case that we would have lost our memories prior of going to the Shadowfell, that would be a case of us not being there. And then prior to us entering the Shadowfell, when you were in that business dealing, when we had procured you, would you say that we were that us, the accused, were very shocked to have entered the Shadowfell after we brought you there?
Very much so. Sorry, wait, can you repeat the question?
Basically what I asked was when we first, because remember I didn't plan on going to the Shadowfell at all to begin with. So when I said, then I'll save you, just take my hand and I'll bring us out of here. And on luck we went to the Shadowfell, or by chance we went to the Shadowfell. Yes. So we didn't intentionally get there.
Yes, I can confirm.
Is the point of, yes.
That did not look like that escape was planned at all, in all honesty.
Yes, against certain forces, it is hard to plan an escape against that. But as our witness can attest, we did not plan on ever entering the Shadowfell, and if we had entered prior, we would not be as shocked to enter the Shadowfell to begin with. I am done with my testimony. If the prosecution would like to proceed.
We would like to call the veteran up to the stand.
I would go up.
Okay. Huh? Now, veteran, can you confirm or deny to us at the court today that you have been in communication previously with the Lady of Shadows?
I have spoken to them, yes.
Now, would you mind telling to the court how exactly you managed to communicate with such a being? Being a human as you are without knowing magic.
With the help of cleric.
With the help of a cleric. Interesting. Now, do you know where this cleric that you speak of is?
He was a bomb.
He was...
He is the explosive
yes.
that killed.
He was polymorphed into a bomb. What?
No, he was not polymorphed into a bomb. He was the being that got magically surged with with magic and exploded. He was my friend, and the person in the courtroom over there killed them as well as Oberon, after taking control of their body. As Imrich's going to stare daggers towards the Lady of Shadows.
She's not directly in the room, but the stone that they use to contact them is.
He's still going to do that.
You would assume that they could probably still hear you. The court, a lot of murmurs go out throughout the court, because it appears that this was slightly this wasn't fully known information. Interesting. And what purpose did you have to contact the Lady of Shadows? What was your intent in that meeting?
Just wanted to believe that something out there that wasn't evil. That all of the lies I have lied upon lies have been told for centuries. I just wanted to believe for half a second that there was some good, that I just wanted to see, could there be some good out there? And I learned there was not. I never had any intention of doing anything that day besides merely seeing.
Well, I think you should just stick to the question, alright? Yes or no, veteran? The king kind of stares daggers at the prosecutor, but doesn't intervene.
I did indeed. I wanted to communicate with them because I wanted to see if they were truly evil to their core.
And now we can confirm from their actions they
Brother
truly were.
said, I can fix her.
I would say that is quite the irresponsible action.
Shut up.
Well, to be fair,
No.
I had assumed that they were not, that while they were sealed, they wouldn't be able to possess my friend.
Now, who told you of this sealed god? They exist. To what I know, material walkers do not speak much of these sealed gods.
I mean, I was with a cleric. It's not like it's that hard. It's not that hard to find that information. It's relatively known around the church.
He looks he looks disinterested in your answers. Very well. That's our questions for the veteran.
Good job.
Imric would be slightly just sad with the situation as he goes back.
I'm gonna pat him on the back as soon as he just.
Alright, I'm too lazy to do the closing statement. I think we know what happened.
Guilty.
The king
We all
speaks.
die.
I think I've seen enough here today. I will, after some time and some conversation with the jury, we will be back with the final verdict. May the defense please walk outside temporarily. You will be brought back inside when the verdict, is decided.
Understood. I'm going to bow before I head out.
May I make a plea before you make the
Don't
verdict?
try to gravel with
I mean,
them.
technically, you're supposed to, but I'm too lazy to do that.
No, it's more like a request.
Yeah.
No matter what you decide in there, the actions and Oberon's fate, they had nothing to do with it in no way, shape, or form. I did not kill Oberon, and I can say that for a fact. I had no intention of doing so, and they had no involvement whatsoever, no matter what you do decide. If you wish to put me guilty by association, do not drag them down with me.
Oh, also, Aurora raises their hand. I am the princess of the Summer Court, so if I truly believe them to be, guilty of such a crime, I probably would not have chose to defend them in court. That's not really, like, a factual thing, but it's just a pretty easily made observation.
Yeah, I wouldn't defend the murders of my father.
Yeah.
My name is Aurora, whatever the fuck her name is. You killed
It's
my
just
father.
Aurora.
Prepare to die. Anybody watch whatever the fuck, The Princess Bride?
No.
Y'all suck.
One
You
with
got
like
new
Zorro.
culture.
Zorro, bro, what show are you guys talking about?
His name was Zorro. It's the Princess Bride. Yeah, his name was Zorro.
What
His name was
fuck?
Zora, but I'm talking
Zorro's
about
getting lost as fuck.
It's different. He doesn't use a katana. He uses a.
He uses one sword, not three.
He just lost the other two, probably. I don't know.
You're talking
I
about
don't know. I don't know
Thing
what
happened.
But isn't the Zorro from The Princess Bride the guy who really hates that person for killing his father, prepared to die?
I
Yeah.
think that's a different person.
That's in Toga.
That's Inigo Montoya.
Yeah,
My
Inigo
bad, I
Montoya.
didn't.
Your teammate was so
I know the Zorro I'm talking about,
From One Piece.
had a friend.
The goated one.
They lost the battle to Stairs and died, and now
The goated one.
now they're really sexist. Now they just kill. Well, no,
They're really sexist.
they're the opposite of sexist.
He's racist. He's racist. Okay.
They just they're racist and they throw equal rights and lefts. He doesn't care if you're a woman or not. He'll beat the fuck out of you.
True gender equality.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say that's gender equality right there, brother.
It's like, I can't believe my friend died to Stairs. You know what? I'll never look down on a woman ever again.
Proceeds to hit her with the onigiri.
Yeah, all it needed to be was Stairs. I think Stairs are the answer to our segregation. Think about it. If we killed all of the government with Stairs, who'd be there to enforce the wage gap?
They're also old as hell, so there's no way they're surviving that fall.
They're probably gonna die to Stairs anyways. We're just making it happen faster.
You want to make it
Holy
look like
shit.
an accident? Like what?
It totally would look like an accident. 70 members of Congress died by falling downstairs on the same day.
Wow, that's
That's
so
so
convenient.
That's so
dope
weird.
as hell, Buffalo. That's so
Some on the same staircase too.
It's just a pile of bodies at the bottom.
Oh man,
Oh my
a
God.
nuclear bomb suddenly went off in the Congress building?
Anyway,
Yeah,
you
we'd
guys
all-
you guys walk back into the courtroom after a little bit. Everyone seems a little nervous.
You have been sentenced to death.
Yeah, Elhan folds some papers together, and then he looks towards all of you. On this day, the Fey Court of Spring sentences you.
I totally lied.
Well, you're guilty. Guilty as fuck. We sentence you to 17 years.
Oh no! What?
So wait, what are we
we're kidding.
sentenced to?
We're kidding.
This little Fey guy, he bribed the judge.
It's the Court of Spring. We're kidding. You're innocent. You're innocent.
Yeah!
You should have seen the face. You should have seen the faces you guys had.
75% of the way to a heart attack.
Bro says
That
death
was
sentence.
hilarious. Oh man, yeah, no, you're all innocent. Yeah, no, we like to have fun around here.
I dap Aurora.
We do a little trolling in the court. What?
Yeah.
We do a little trolling.
You're innocent.
Honestly,
Never mind.
I don't know how you guys do it, but that was a public prosecutor. No one was really against you. It was kind of like a formality. But yeah, I think you guys have like public defenders or something in the material plane.
Yeah, we do.
And
Yeah, we do the
you're
opposite. we do the opposite here.
Then you're
Public
then
offender.
your lordship, may I ask?
Public offenders.
Then your lordship, may I ask why we had this trial? Then if we weren't seen as guilty.
There's a lot of segregation on whether to trust you or not. So, we thought it would be fair to have a trial for you to clear any doubts.
Segregation. That's crazy.
I see.
Trusting material walkers is definitely a stretch for a lot of the Fey in the courts. So, I feel as though this trial is beneficial in the long run.
I was just gonna hold that back up. I'm not even a material walker, but okay.
The majority of the party is.
I'm not a material walker.
Two of us here. Sorry, 3 of us aren't even material walkers. Let alone.
Oh my people.
Oh my lord. Yes. So anyway, you're innocent.
Yay! Now what?
Yeah.
And the prosecution is sentenced to 10 days of lameness. Wait,
What? Lameness? Huh?
Huh? The persecution's like, I'm the prosecutor. I can't be sentenced. Nuh-uh. What the fuck you mean, nuh-uh?
It's you.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be that guy, but he didn't really just look at the king and say, "Fuck you, mean nuh-uh." Let's get that clear.
Yeah, that's why he's being dragged away.
It's not even the judge.
Can I reach
I'm
out
a
to give
public
a
offender. I was forced onto this case.
God fucking damn it.
And you hear him screaming as he's dragged out the doors. The queen of the Winter Queen speaks up. Please remind me to never show up to any of your trials, Eohan. This was completely unprofessional and terrible of a trial. I'm astounded that this is how things are handled here in the Spring Court. You carry yourself unlike royalty. I don't really care.
That's crazy.
Also based and Sigma. That's what I'm writing in my notes.
Yeah, this is you're in my courtroom, so technically,
Bro just
I can say
turns
that
her,
the
bro
way
just
you
turns to her, points at her, guilty, and she gets dragged off.
She gets sent back to her fucking court.
the amount. So, yeah. God hopes that there isn't a battle between Arcfey in a room as small as this. And this room isn't small. It's like 50 by. It's like 75 by like 100 feet.
So can
It's
we
a very
go
big
now? Are
courtroom.
we allowed to
This
leave?
courtroom is too small for a fight amongst Arcfey.
So are
Box
we
him
allowed
up.
to leave now?
Oh no.
Yes, you're allowed to leave. The jury's like getting up and walking. There's conversations being held. A lot of talk. You overhear whispers about like. I didn't think material people were like.
I genuinely don't know.
I didn't expect them to be that way.
Is that a
So, like-
is this like a that way, like in a bad way or in a good way?
Roll insight.
Alright, hold on.
Let's insight this bit. Let's insight.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
What definition?
Modified 20.
What definition of lameness are they using?
Lame.
I assume like instant popularity wise.
I was making
Yeah.
sure that they didn't break his legs.
No.
Your legs
not
will be
allowed-
broken for 10 days.
That is a punishment. It's not like they don't break your limbs, but they just make you into jelly for a while, and it's very.
Holy shit.
This is a Fey
Alright,
Court.
but Axel, I rolled a modified 20 on my insight check.
A lot of Fey around here thought that, like, presumably material walkers are like all kind of like pixie hunters, or like, you know, not great people. And then the Spring Court just thinks they're all idiots and like incapable of simple thought. So to see people that are somewhat intelligent and carry themselves normally, it's like, you know, and also like when charged with a crime are actually like, you know, not
Violent.
not violent.
I'll kill you! You dare accuse me of murder.
So it's overall positive. They see you in a more positive light.
Yeah.
Yippee.
You guys walk out of the courtroom if you want to, or if you want to talk to anyone.
I have no idea.
Now we have to find a name.
Off we go. Should we thank our... I feel like we should thank our defenders real quick.
Yeah.
You know.
Aurora?
Thank you, Aurora.
Yeah.
Oh, it was,
you know, Cheese reaches out for like a handshake.
Oh shit! We can't say that.
Understandable. Aurora's
what
not
can we
here.
do?
We can't say thank you. That's bad.
Ah, fuck.
Don't worry.
Thank God I'm not speaking. I wrote that down.
You're good. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna do that. I want to keep
Imran
it.
had learned his lesson and remained silent, but give them like a head nod.
You can say like I appreciate it or something like that. So that was stressful. Her hands are shaking. I have never been a lawyer before, so that was a first. I just kind of copy pasted what I knew about being royalty and tried to prove stuff wrong. At least I know I'm capable of being a lawyer in the future. Oh my god. I need to go sit down. You guys can, you know, I'll see you around in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
They exit the courtroom.
Yay! We did it. We're innocent.
Yippee.
Excuse me. You hear a voice behind you. And as you turn around, you see the King of the Fall Court. An excellent trial, if I may add. However, I have something to ask of you. During the trial, I saw that you fought those jade miscreants, as we call them, those strange, like, jade-like warriors that are running around rampant.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm assuming that was you that struck them down.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Interesting. Do you have any idea why they've been spotted around here, or more specifically, right? Because we both know I'm not stupid. Why they're around the summer court specifically?
We have some idea.
We are not sure if we're allowed to tell you that idea.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's more the problem.
Okay, then I won't pry. However, I do find you to be quite capable. And I do wish to get to the bottom of this intrusion on the Feywild space, especially by outer plane horrors such as the Envoys.
We'll be working on it.
Yes, and may we also ask, while we do work on that, if you could ally with the other at least attempt to ally with the other courts to focus on defending against this threat.
The other courts aren't focused on bullywug. That's not how you say the saying. Never mind. I don't use metaphors. I don't use that type of speak much. Anyways, yes, they do not matter about the defense of the Feywilds. They just care about the defense of the court they reside in.
With all due respect, the things are about to go downhill very fast.
And that's why we need to prevent it. You see, the courts believe that as long as it's not immediately troubling their court, they're fine. And I don't believe that to be the case. Well, I believe that each of the Archfey are more than capable of protecting their own courts. I do not trust this intrusion at all. I do not want these miscreants wandering around the Feywild, whether it's in the fall court, or the summer court, or the spring court, or the fall, or the winter court. And the spring court, heavens God, are holding useless trials in the middle of a crisis as important as this. So that's why
we were actually on the way of the summer court because of one of the big problems there.
And I'm assuming you cannot elaborate on this.
Yes.
Well, in the middle of while we were essentially kidnapped here.
Well, you see, I've been meaning to hold a meeting with Lady Titania on this matter, but she refuses to meet anyone. I have a couple ideas as to why, but I'm not one to make hasty generalizations. That's why I thought I might come to you, and despite not knowing what's going on with the summer court, I would still like your aid. If the other courts refuse to help on this matter, then we will have to take a more preemptive form of action. We cannot wait for them to make theirs. We have to make ours before they have any idea to do something that is crippling of the Feywilds. And of course, it's not necessary. I'm quite certain in the Fall Court's defense. And even if they were to make an entire court crumble, they would still have to get through the other three afterwards. And the summer court is beyond weak right now. If they're to fall, then that is just to be expected. It won't bother us if they collapse. It'll merely just mean less competition for the territory in the Feywilds.
Doesn't that perpetuate the same issue you claim on wanting to stop?
Yes, but when things are this out of hand, there's only so much we can do. We must minimize losses. And unfortunately, if the losses mean taking the loss of an entire different court over my own, I will happily take that loss to protect my people. Especially when the other people are not doing what they can to stop the dangers that infest these lands.
I will point out, the summer court did have taken now proactive measures towards trying to stop this. Us.
I'm confused, okay.
Well then, I hope that you can take some preemptive measures with us as well. We can use all the help we can get.
What
Here.
would you require?
It wasn't in.
He hands you a letter with a stamp on it. This is a royal summonings to my court.
I just didn't
When you find the time,
expect them to do that.
please appear before us. We can speak more on the matter of these envoys there. I also don't want to freak out any of the denizens here in case they overhear this conversation. This isn't quite the place to have such an important conversation.
It may take some time, as we do have the dire issue in the summer court to deal with.
Are you sure? We may be willing to help.
Potential allies, but we shouldn't make them panic yet. Methinks. Not a character.
Could we bring the summer princess here for their opinion on this, and if they want to share?
Sure. Of course. You guys go, you leave the court, and you find, what's it called? Aurora. Cerisa seems to be, like, handing her, like, a bottle of water and trying to calm her down. It seems her nerves are still, like, a little whack after managing to pull off being a lawyer without being a lawyer. Despite it not being that difficult in a court like this. So, he would also, like, approach with you guys. He's behind. Oh my god, it's... Okay.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
Pleasure to grace your presence, my, King Murij. It's fine. You don't have to, I'm okay without the formalities. This is an important matter. Would you like to explain to them, or shall I? He looks towards you guys.
The Paul Court wishes to take preactive action and help, but we are not sure how much we're allowed to tell them about the current situation.
Oh, I see. Okay. Do we have somewhere more private we can speak? Yes, of course. Here. A swirl of autumn leaves swirl into like this small tornado, and then they kind of like a door made out of like red, yellow, vibrant, like, you know, fall color, forming like a door made out of like just pure leaves. He opens the door, and it opens to like what appears to be like this demi-plane that has this like nice autumn. It looks like the material plane, but it looks like a pumpkin patch, kind of like with autumn trees. Like if you think of autumn, that's what this room is. And in the center, in the center of it is this like this table made out of like pure roots, and these chairs that are also made out of like pure like, you know, as if they were grown into the shape of a chair. Please sit. And then he closes the door behind him, and as he closes the door, the leaves that are making up the door kind of like fall onto the ground. And you guys approach your seats. There's like a loud crunching of leaves as you all get into the chairs. So what is this important matter regarding the summer court that you believe I should be aware of? So for some time now, the Queen's name was stolen. Queen Titania's true name was stolen. Murish's eyes would kind of like widen in surprise, and then he'd like kind of like rub his chin for a bit. Interesting. That is quite terrible.
It gets worse.
Yeah, so if you recall, during the case or during the trial, we mentioned that Fifth Nora had something important that was, you know, dangerous to the Feywild. And the party was sent after them. It was actually the name. So I assume Fifth Nora has already been cleared of their memory of the name, seeing as how they were able to appear here in court.
In a way.
Arrow to the skull.
And then borderline killed, and then you know, a bunch of stuff happened. So the Black Steel had a lot of fail states in place. The name would ricochet between individuals if one were to be killed. So what happened was it was brought to a Black Steel member, and the envoys got their hands on that Black Steel member and took the name. Oh my! That is not good. That is horrible.
Yes.
I was shocked.
Hence why Queen Titania hasn't been that active.
If the Feywild knew of this, it would be utter pandemonium.
That's why we couldn't say it.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I see. Yes, I see very much. Okay. That would explain why Titania's not showing herself. Yes, that is terrible.
Slammed on the brakes. Yes.
Okay.
I ate my dashboard.
Well, we can We can fix this. Yes, we can fix this.
Do you know of a way to somehow get the name back from any of these outer beings?
Being like that, okay, were you there at the time the name was stolen?
Yes.
Do you remember which of the envoys took the name specifically?
Wasn't it the blue one?
It was red.
It was either it was the Scarlet Queen.
It was red. It's definitely red. I'm fairly sure it's red.
Yeah, it was the Scarlet Queen. Yeah.
Let's look through
Okay.
combat maps just in case.
I'm gonna retcon it then.
Okay.
It was the Verdant Jester, but you know what? It's the Scarlet Queen now. Actually, no. I'm gonna keep it the Verdant Jester.
Oh no, yeah, it was really Jester.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
keep it the Verdant.
Yeah, I looked in combat maps and I see a fucking elf, specifically a drow, in front of the Verdant Jester.
Then can we say the Jester instead because we saw it?
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That would explain why they're surrounding the summer court. So, I'm sure you're familiar with these jade creatures we've seen around here recently. What's going on with the summer court, at least to an outsider's perspective, is that they are turtling up into a fully defensive structure. They're not letting any Fey in, not letting any Fey out.
Yes. It'd be more accurate to say that's the best they can do at the current moment.
Yes, and the queen is currently in hiding, and the king is dead. Okay. Yeah, no, the court is screwed. I hope you know. I don't know. Oh, no, you know what? We can fix this. We would either have to kill the Verdant Jester, or we would have to...
It's a little more realistic, please.
Yeah, that is the most realistic outcome of this.
Yeah,
We can hope that they cannot transfer the name. They don't have a method of transferring the name between them.
Yeah, if mortals were able to do it, I have a feeling they are able to.
I know I would if I had that. If I had the queen's name, I'd rather rely on one.
We do have a pretty funny thing that we can take use of. So we are not able to use this to our full potential. You guys, however, we know where the location of the Great Being of Intelligence, and it can create magic spells using the magical power of creatures. We are not high level spellcasters. You are.
I would prefer not to go to the material plane. If you guys have the possibility of going to the Being of Intelligence and doing that, that would be all fine and dandy, but I refuse to leave the Feywild during a time of need such as this. I'm the king of the Fall Court. I cannot afford to take a leave of absence. Even now, if I were to leave, I'm currently paying attention to the entirety of the Fall's borders. If I were to leave, I would lose my connection to the borders. And even during that temporary time, I fear is enough time for the envoys to, take action.
Okay.
I didn't even know you were there.
I would look over towards the princess. Any chance you'd want to use some stuff from there?
What would I do there? I'm not capable of 9th level spells or anything above 7th level or so. I mean, I can cast 8th levels rarely, but...
We were able to make a fun little spell which would allow us to, which would show us the steps to be able to do any activity, no matter what.
Okay.
This was when one of us tried to use the wish spell. If you do it, you would probably get a lot closer to the wish spell than just having the basic directions.
And you want me to use the wish spell to...
it's a wish spell. That can work. We can work with that.
Well, I would like to remind you that if my wish fails in any manner, I am rendered useless for multiple days. I have a responsibility. I may be, I may not be the queen of the spring, the summer court, but it's just my sister and I. Our mother is in hiding. They can't. It's kind of us, running the court in their stead.
Okay. I do technically have the great being's strength.
Okay. Sorry?
Yes, I have it on me.
The orange rock. What the fuck? I would not know about this.
This is a whole lot of developments happening all at once.
Emmerich seems to know a lot about things.
Okay.
He seems to be like a collector, like me.
Now, the thing is, the great being of strength is slightly insane, where if it sees another great being around it, it's going to murder that and murder everything around it until it does.
We cannot afford to unleash that in the Feywild.
No. That is not what I'm talking about. What I was suggesting was if we can break it open, we can use that power. As he would bring out the orb thing.
Wow.
So you suggest that we break this orb and utilize the power of the great being of strength.
Correct.
Interesting.
Alright, fellas, I gotta get going. Sorry.
So we just break it?
It's really hard to break. I tried to dunk it into the acidic oceans and it didn't do a damn thing.
Let me try.
Alright.
I rip it in half.
It does not budge.
Fuck! Alright, then I strike it.
I would not suggest you could accidentally activate it, and then it will be very painful.
Fuck. Never mind, then. I won't suddenly strike it.
Small, as you, hold it, little, very minuscule, threads of arcane magic try to, weave into your, gauntlet. And you feel it, gently tugging at the fingers of your gauntlet, before, you give it back to Imric, probably.
Well, I felt something, but I don't know. I don't think I was making any progress.
I suppose I could give it a try.
Do be careful, though. I don't know what will happen. Quite frankly, this is a more given what I have to offer.
Within the demiplane, he tosses the what's it called, the stone, before zapping it with this just pure archaic disintegration beam. Of just, pure, it's disintegrate. He attempts to fucking disintegrate it from existence. And, the spell is just absorbed into the stone, and the stone just sets onto the ground, smoking with heat, igniting some of the leaves around it.
I didn't see it.
No, actually,
before he picks it up with the mage hand, before it can, pick up its surrounding.
We're in the forest.
At least that does prove to you that is the great being of strength you're holding.
A slight humming comes from the stone, and the king's eyes widen as he creates a wall of force, and the disintegration spell comes back from the stone aimed at him. The wall of force doesn't exactly hold back the spell, and it does go through, but he kind of he catches it with his hand. As you see, none of you really know magic, do you?
Yeah, my Arcana is a 0.
Oh wait, no wait, Chauncey's here. As in his hand, within in the pure like couple seconds that the force wall bought by holding back the disintegrate, he casts dispel magic within his hand and catches the disintegration beam. Before like wiping his hand away with like it's like emanating this like smoke from his hand. But he does appear to have burned his hand quite a bit.
What? Only monks could do that. What? That'd be crazy.
Well, I was only able to do so because it was my own spell. If that was, from different origin, I would not have been able to deconstruct it fast enough to keep my hand from being disintegrated. But that is quite the stone you carry. I would not deny you the fact that it might be the great being of strength.
Oh no, I know it is because the great being of intelligence confirmed it, and also God.
You are a bunch of confusing people.
He is a bunch of.
Believes he's insane.
Now,
I just got here.
I just showed you that is more than likely the great being of strength, and so like I can when I tell you I met God, is that really so far fetched when I hand you the great being of strength?
No, but it's a lot.
Yep. Fun fact: he's a dick. Anyways.
Okay, I was just about to ask you if God might be willing to help us if you met him.
No. Okay, should I tell him the part about what God is like?
I'm just gonna say you just relay all the fucking solo journey information you have. You guys have a lengthy conversation about the what's going on in the material plane and everything, and the what you know about the envoy. Katarina also attempting to do so with the envoy. And you also mentioned the rifts and the around Kushara that are going to the elemental planes.
Chauncey, why don't you cast like legend lore on like the rock?
Yeah, see, considering the fact that that the great being of intelligence doesn't know how to undo that shit, what makes you think my shit is gonna be do that? Okay, but sure, why not? Let's do that.
Well, let's just say
I'll use my herald powers to use that sweet. Where the fuck was this? Let me just check what that spell was, because I know Chauncey. Legend Lord, thank you.
He renamed all the spell. The silly guy.
That's exactly what I did. It's called For the Fallen. Yeah, I'll do Legend Lore on that to see if anything. Yada.
Alright, you connect your link of the great being of intelligence.
I connect to the internet.
Yeah, basically.
I go to Google.
How do I destroy this thing?
You can't look that up, but yeah, you do learn about significant lore regarding this deity almost. It was for quite some time. It was this being has been walking the sands of Diatria for like a millennia. Until like a couple hundred years ago, it suddenly fell dormant. Due to widely unknown reasons. And what it kind of was is you know most of this already. It was a protective deity that walked the dunes of Diatria and was kind of like known as a protector. People would like spend their time like analyzing its walking path, and then they would have like yearly evacuations where they would like stand clear and not hold harvests, stuff like that. So then, when it trampled over like areas that were important, the people wouldn't really be harmed. But in exchange, whenever any type of threat, like there were even rumors of like an ancient like ancient blue dragon terrorizing the desert. It fucking decked that thing into the floor, and like there was almost no remains of the dragon left.
Jesus Christ.
But it did kind of protect the people. They were grateful for it, and wherever it tread, it seems to leave behind this residual arcane energy, and it was actually quite good for like harvests and like growing medicine plants, and the plants that grew in that area would be relatively like they would almost always grow without disease or like famine. So it was regarded very highly. But one day, for seemingly no reason, it went on a rampage and just went completely off path. It trashed a bunch of villages, and it was heading towards the what's it called, the northern part of the country. Once it got to like the middle of the country or so, it just suddenly fell dormant. Not much is known about the core itself. Very few people have seen it, but it was used as the crown jewel of an ancient Diotrian king, who managed to shape the jewel into like a spherical shape, and wore it on as part of his crown, as a sign of his unwavering will to defend his country.
That would explain why it's in the tomb, I would assume. Because the guy was a king.
However, in the pictures that these visions of the past are showing you, Chauncey, the stone has a completely different appearance. It looks more like spiky, like a spike ball, rather than this perfectly round spherical shape it is in now.
So that means before it became like this, it was more of a roughly cut gem.
So somehow someone figured out how to shape the gem and break pieces off of it to, shape it into a spherical.
How can we find who did that?
I feel like only a man like Drayden could do such a thing.
No.
Why not?
One second, I'm gonna fill them in on my adventures now.
Basically, long story short, Imric went on a short journey. He met a seer. The seer said answers he would seek would be at the Sulfuric Sea. They went to the Sulfuric Sea. They also met this dragon that was a historian that's been around for like a crazy long time. They had some chats about stuff. And he basically went to Drayden in his laboratory, which was near the Sulfuric Sea. He stole some stuff from his warehouse before being caught by some like crazy, like high-tech golem that trapped him in like a temporal ass cage, and then brought him to Drayden. Drayden was like, I'm not helping anyone. I don't give a fuck. Imric got a little angry, and when Drayden was gonna do something about it, Zeraka, which is a basically dead goddess. Think of like a Tony Stark message. It's like a left behind echo of the goddess. It's not the goddess. It is an echo of them. And they protected Imric from the attack that, God threw at them. Which, if you remember the Ramiel meme, would have like incinerated him completely.
The one where he said, "Dodge this idiot."
Yeah, basically.
Behind the mountain.
And
Yeah.
dude.
Envision this.
still-
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. So Drayden switched his target to the coin because he does not like the coin and wanted to destroy it. And even though he wasn't the direct target, Imric still took like 54 fire damage.
Yikes.
No deck save, by the way. He just took it.
Was this before evasion or? Oh.
No, there was no deck save, so
I don't have evasion yet.
Oh.
it doesn't matter.
that's
There's no
right.
deck save whether you have evasion or not. You can.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's God. I don't know what you mean crazy. Anyway, so Zeraka teleported him to the Feywild. While in the Feywild, Zeraka told him about their past and how Drayden was a god of perfection and amongst a pantheon of gods. he wasn't quite happy with what the gods were doing because they were not listening to his visions of perfection. So he rallied up a bunch of gods that he thought were cool, killed and created a massive 500-year war. Not 500 years. It was a different period of time. I don't remember. It's somewhere in my notes that I deleted when I switched computers. Anyway, so during this war, all the gods died except Drayden, basically.
Yeah.
And Drayden was like, okay, wait, I can't actually do shit on my own. I need, I can't create new living things without the god of life. I can't create food with them, for them. There were a bunch of problems that came up, and he couldn't access perfection for creatures because he was locked out of the powers that those gods contain. So then he fell into a depressive fit, and then he was like, you know what, I'm gonna just walk around as immortal for a while. But since he couldn't create a physical body made of flesh and bone, he created a machine, a body made out of steel. And then he was like, wait, I can't create flesh and bone things, but I can create robots that follow my ideas of perfection, because robots don't have to abide by biological laws. So that's what he did. And he created this city that he thought was perfect, and it kind of was for a while, but then he left it. And a new dictator came over the government, whole bunch of stuff. He went into hiding, and that's kind of what happened. That's a very rundown, quick rundown of the lore that Imric got caught up on. And also, Drayden doesn't want any of the gods coming back to life.
What is
he also, I forgot an important part. So Zuraka, as mentioned earlier, which is in the coin, was the wife, or basically the wife of Drayden. And they killed each other, but they had children. The three sealed gods are the children of Drayden and Zuraka, basically.
Drayden's a deadbeat father. Okay.
See the Fey royalty's reaction to Imric just saying this in a deadpan, nonchalant voice of what he's been through over the past month?
I'll tell you in a second. So he was he didn't want to kill his children, obviously, but he also didn't want them to overpower him. So he told a mortal, which was Nabarus, that I could grant you immortality if you seal these three gods, and that's exactly what happened. And thus the first Lich was born.
Wait, how does that allow perfection, though?
Because because they were fucked up, alright? They're children of him, so they had similar ideas. You saw Rielia. You saw how batshit crazy she was.
No. No, how did he perfect, the concept of perfection, give the first Lich immortality? Because that's not technically perfection.
Because he couldn't do it he couldn't seal the three gods on his own because he didn't have the heart to, so he told someone else to do it. He didn't create the first Lich purposely, he just gave someone immortal, and with that immortality they become the first Lich.
Oh, okay.
That was just a consequence of his actions, as many things in this world are.
So basically he's an irresponsible father. Alright.
Irresponsible godfather, yeah, everything, kind of.
He is a terrible father.
Irresponsible, deadbeat, he's crazy.
So that's why Imric keeps saying God is a dick.
Damn.
That was a doomer.
Well,
I think it's pretty justified reason to say God is a dick.
Of all the reasons and facts you gave us, probably yes. Actually, yes.
Aurora as well, because they were never told this. Everyone, the room's just silent. Okay.
I would like to also remind you that at this time I have no magical abilities.
So, Zin is going to be disintegrated from existence now.
Yeah, but I don't know what's to it though.
Joke.
Okay. I have a plan. Murich says. And the plan is, I end the session.
I break the fourth wall.
He snaps his fingers like, wait, why'd you do that? Face to black.
No, tell us first. No.
Let's hang here.
Can I-
No. Okay.
Can I get a bit more detail
Lovely
on
session.
their reaction to hearing a random fucking human did this?
They're kind of just more in awe than like, you know. It's
I
almost
act like humans haven't done worse shit than that, let's be honest here.
Nabarus was a human. He kind of sealed 3 gods, so.
This is like, the Shogun is a human, and look at the shit and look at his movements right now, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like I feel like
But to be fair, both of them knew magic. I know.
the Shogun doesn't know magic.
Shogun doesn't
He's the guy with
I
the
think he's
sword.
a silent heart.
Yeah, the
I'm sorry,
Shogun.
I don't think
the
he uses
Shogun know
magic.
No, he's
No,
just.
he just
different to that
he
degree.
trained hard enough. He just trained hard enough. I don't know what to tell you.
My God.
I was like, damn, the Shogun needs magic. Nah, that's also a play. Which is a crazy fucking thought.
Use the sword to cut through dimensions. Actually,
Yeah,
plane
he trained hard
these
enough.
dimensions.
He trained hard enough, bro.
If you train hard enough in the fantasy world, you can do this.
Mhm.
Pure skill alone.
If you dedicate your entire youth and middle adulthood to doing this,
Is the other summer princess here?
Yeah.
What is
Well, no,
their-
they were
I thought we
there.
only got Aurora.
Yeah, no. Sarisa was with Aurora, but then they didn't go into the demi-plane with you guys.
I kind of wanted to know their reaction after hearing that long list of bullshit.
Why
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go.
Bird and
See you guys.